Alrighty then. Once this loads up. We'll check something real quick. Okay, cool. Howdy, y'all. This is, sorry, I'm eating. This is the Road to Masters. Currently, I am in Poke League. Wait, no. What is it? Yeah, currently I'm in Poke League because the season just reset. So I need to make my way all the way to, I need to make my way past Great League, which I've made it past before. No, I've only gotten to Charizard, but that's without actual real time and grinding. So I need to make it then to Ultra League, obviously, and then finally to Masters League. Now, ideally, I get up somewhere over here, but I haven't actually played this game that much to know what the skill range is within these ranks. So I'm gonna have to learn, and I might have to change my deck up a little bit. We'll see. But our goal is to get definitely past, definitely past Great League, ideally past Ultra League, and then into Masters League, and then we'll see where we fall in here. Other than that, let's show you the deck. This is the situation. I could look closer. I can't really actually. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit this grind. I'm eating basically it's Impossible Meat, white rice, both of them spiced up a little bit with assorted spices, and then cool, a full avocado. So other than that, we're going to get into it. Give me just 1 second. Turn on the stuff. Let me put this here. That way y'all can see it a little better. That'll work. Okay, I don't want the game to be too loud. Not the game, the music. So we did that. We'll turn down a little more. Alrighty. That way you can hear me talk. Other than that, let's get the show started. Oh no. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking a second to read. Okay, interesting. So, a couple things. Ideally, we don't start with Charmander. That's a bit tragic. I don't run, and the more you watch me stream, the more you'll realize this. I used to run rare candies, but I don't anymore. They are a no skill card, meaning with a little bit of luck and no skill, you can get really, really far into the game. Don't get me wrong. I think, I don't know. He's not gonna one shot. We're gonna wait a turn. Okay, sorry about that. It is a no skill card that just doesn't require you to use your brain at all, and so I refuse to use that card in my deck, at least for now. Until then, I will use the other OP cards on my deck, but I have some standards, and when I play with cards that I like, and I play with cards that are actually useful to the deck. So I've reshuffled my deck a few times, or edited my deck better recently, but I stick to Fire deck, Charizard deck pretty much exclusively. Other than that, I forgot to mention I have the tea right next to me. Of course, I've just been drinking out of this because that's just how I am. I don't know if it's the Texan in me or the American or what. But I don't feel like putting in the cup, so I'm just going to drink it like this. Other than that, this guy has a water deck. The reason why it took so long is because I didn't want this guy to one-shot me, but I don't think he can. But I don't want to lose my Charmander. So ideally that doesn't happen, but we'll see. There's a chance, and you'll hear me say this a lot where I say, oh, I should have done this, or right move, wrong move. There's a chance that I should have used that last turn, or my first turn. One, because I could, but also two, there's a chance I don't get a new Pokemon in like the next few cards, and that could be really bad because he might just insta win, and that would be pretty annoying. Unless he insta wins now because he gets an energy, but I doubt it. Okay, cool. Sorry to take that hit, Charmander. Oh, you can't retreat. My bad. Totally forgot about that. The question is, does evolving... So this is why, like, this is why you have to practice. Because you can know how to play the game really well, but that doesn't mean that you understand every single mechanic. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're actually going to do this. This energy actually would have been... I don't think I had it. Did I have it? Yeah, I think I'm an idiot. This energy would have been useful last turn because I'd be able to retreat and I wouldn't have had this effect. Now, did I have it? I think so. So am I an idiot not for playing it? Probably. But what we are going to do is we don't want to discard this, but I think we kind of have to. So we're going to add you to you, unfortunately. And then you'll probably die anyways. So honestly, we're just going to... This is kind of a free ball move. This was probably not smart, but we're going to take the chance. Because this is what we're going to do. We're going to... Ooh, interesting. I could switch it, but he's just going to attach an energy. Somehow get another energy. So we're not going to do that. We're going to get rid of you. Because actually, we can keep the Amarouge. That works. Alright, we got a couple Pokemons here. A couple Pokemans. Don't want to set this up because he probably has the thing he needs to... He probably has a Stadium himself. So we are going to end the turn and let him kill Charmeleon. Big unfortunate, but country boys make do. This is the reason why I recently added a couple cards. Took out some cards. I initially had Skeledirge in my deck. Not the fire one. But the metal type. And it was useful when it was useful. And when you're playing a card game, compared to like regular Pokemon, you can, like in regular Pokemon, if you're down bad and you have a good Pokemon, you can just kind of throw them in there, right? And unless the typing is bad. If the typing matchup is terrible and you send your Charizard in against a fucking I don't know, Electros, a water electric type, then you're gonna fuck yourself. But if it's not a bad typing matchup, you can get away with you know, kind of sticking a Pokemon in there and either healing or figuring something out, right? So the difference here is that you can't really do that. Not only are the typing matchups just different and it's just painful. Okay, so this is good. This is good. Definitely could have been better. Okay. Okay, so this is not exactly what we want to do, but we're going to do this. We're gonna hit him with this. We're gonna retreat. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. Alright, so I'll explain here in a second what the fuck I'm talking about. You're just gonna have to give me a second. Okay. Okay, cool. So hopefully he doesn't get the hit here. This is why I love Ambipom. I will play this card until it is no longer allowed in the format. So with this, you can't just like throw Pokemon in because it usually will not work. But if you do happen to lose your Pokemon, what you can do, which is why I added the card, which was what I was saying with Skeledirge. Skeledirge was useful, but it wasn't useful often enough. So I decided to take the evolution line, just take it out of the deck, and replace those cards with cards that would actually get me cards that I need, that I can use on hand when I need them, as opposed to switching into something that isn't good. And that card is Miriam. Okay, that'd be cool if it spawned. The card is Miriam. It lets you get Pokemon that are in your discard pile, up to 5 of them, add them back to your deck, and then draw 3 cards, which is very, very good. But it's instances like this where you start at the beginning and you kind of screw yourself over with your hand. So ideally, you can at some point get your Pokemon back. Because if you have certain cards that you can't use again, it's going to be really painful trying to get your shit going. Interesting. Okay, so no energy, unfortunately. That would have been really, really good. But what we're going to do instead here is we're going to grab you because this is the most value I think I'm going to get out of this. Technically, I could grab something like Arceus, but there's no guarantee I'm going to get another card that will let me take advantage of that. So the question is, I have to get an attack here, but then he just gets Ambipom for free. Damn, this is really unfortunate. Yeah, I gotta hit this guy. Okay. So basically what he's doing is, and you always have to think about, it's like chess, where you can't just think about what your side of the board is like. You can't think, I have the perfect strategy. Like, I am him. I got this shit on lock. Like, there's no fucking way he comes back from this, right? Because then they pull out that one card from their deck that they needed, and they fuck up the whole board. So I have to make sure I'm thinking, what is the best strategy that this guy can play? And let's see if he does it. So right now what he should do is shuffle these energy back into his deck and kill Ambipom. But he's not going to. So that's good. Now this is what we're going to do. Because we want to attach energy onto him, we're going to use this. But also, we're going to pray we get a heads. Absolutely not. This is why you can't rely on getting certain Pokemon. We're going to do... Let's see, what do we got? I think you make sense for realistic purposes. Okay, 3... Okay, I think this will work. Ambipom is going to sit there and basically stall, ideally. So we will see. The game is not over until it's over. This is why you have to think about every single card you play. It's a bit anxiety-inducing in the sense that any small fuck up can end up really fucking up your entire game. But when you consider every little thing and you actually factor that into your gameplay, it's very satisfying because you end up getting further than you initially think because of the RNG. Because if you plan for certain things and you expect them to come, don't always waste cards, or don't waste cards trying to predict something exactly, right? Now, sometimes you can, and the gamble is worth it. Sometimes it's obvious, either because of their playstyle or their deck or whatever. But you need to be able to learn both meta and individual situations in which you need to play certain cards, because later you will regret that you didn't play it. It's like you may have a good card. Let's say you have, I don't have it in here, or in my discard pile. Let's say you have a boss's order, which allows you to switch your opponent's Pokemon, this guy in the main or in the active spot, with one of their bench Pokemon. And so, okay. Also, he just got heads, protect me from all damage on Ambipom, but this guy's still gonna take a hit. So, doing what we can here. This is gonna be better. This will work. Okay, now we're gonna shorten up his hand, give us a little bit better of a situation. Perfect. We're gonna put Charcadet down because we know, like, I could choose to not put this guy down, right? But I have to, right? Logically speaking, because there's a chance that I get a card that I can put onto here. Now I have two different I forgot the name. Armarouge? Yeah. I have two different Armarouge, but there are multiple in my deck, so I don't know where they're at. So I have to hope, but I can't rely on knowing that they're in there. So this is what we're going to do for the first one. We're going to do this because we're basically going to that one might have been a mistake. No. Okay. So we're going to hope we get a heads here. A heads here would be huge because that will put it back in my frame of reference as opposed to his frame of reference. Because, well, we'll see in a second. I'll explain. Okay, I really needed a heads there. So because I missed, he now gets to, well, technically he doesn't have any energy, so he can't attack with this. But because of this, he's just going to retreat. That's the smart thing to do. He's going to put an energy onto this. Cool. And then, was that a skateboard? Rescue board. Alright. He's going to retreat, switch out to this. He's going to attack here. Luckily, he's not going to be able to damage Delphox again, so that's good. But he is going to attempt to kill Ambipom. So ideally, we get another stall here. If not, he takes that L, and then we switch into Charizard, which then wipes this guy. And then we'll get a couple prize cards, but we don't rely on that. We don't know what's in here. Now, I used to have a card in my deck called Town Map, which would actually tell you what your prize cards are. Also, W Ambipom, Based Ambipom, Mega Giga Super Chad Ambipom. Taking those shots like it's a daily thing. All right. So we don't have that card in our discard pile. So I'm not going to use Miriam. What I am going to do, however, is I'm going to discard you. Now, I should probably think a little bit more about this, but for all intents and purposes, it won't really affect too much. So, unfortunately, we got a ton of trainers and no Pokemon. I did want Pokemon because I need Armarouge and ideally maybe like Charizard V. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do... Interesting. Yeah. Okay, so although this is not ideal, we're going to grab this because we could ideally guarantee that we get an Armarouge. And then grab another Pokemon just in case we get another Pokemon from either from our prize cards or... Oh, wait, he didn't kill. That's a little different. Interesting. Okay, well, whether it's next turn or whatever, we want to increase the likelihood that we can take this Charmeleon to a Charizard / this, or if we got, for example, a and Arceus, we'd want to be able to get Arceus V-Star as soon as possible. Tails again. That's okay. He's doing his job. He hasn't done a lick of damage, but he's doing his job by not fucking dying. And that's all I can ask for. So this gives me time. The whole purpose of this Pokemon. Now this Ambipom can be a fucking beast. Absolute monstrosity on the field if you put him in the right situation. Right now, he's like this. He's locked up. But other than that, you put him in the right situation, that motherfucker's he's a monster. Unfortunately, he did go down, but that's okay because now we get to use Charizard. We're going to grab the insta-kill. We're going to hope we get some Pokemon that we can evolve, and we can use this Jacq a little more effectively. So, there's two reasons why I'm putting this Pokemon in here. Not only is he going to insta-kill, but he is also going to grab the opponent only one prize card when he dies. So, we are going to think about... actually... Okay, so unfortunately, I have to grab... Fortunately, I have to grab this card first. I'll explain why here in a second. Why it's unfortunate. Okay, so I grab this. That's good. And then I am going to grab this. Reason being, there are two reasons. So definitely grabbing this. Absolutely need that. I can get a Charmander from my deck and place him down. But regardless, an alternative way is to get Miriam. And then I can grab both Ambipom and Ambipom again. And then I can grab Charmander. And if I really need it for some reason, Charmeleon. But because I don't need it at the moment and probably won't need it, unless I discard this card, which I can do to be more fruitful and be more productive. If I'm not grabbing that, I'm grabbing this card. And that is very, very good for me. So this is why I say don't think you've lost until you've actually lost. You could do a lot of work in 1 or 2 turns if you don't give up. I never, not in any circumstance, you will not catch me giving up. I just don't do it. I don't lose like that because there's no point in giving up. Now, technically, yes, you do kind of waste a lot of time if you, like if you know you're going to lose. Sometimes you're just going to lose. That's just how it is. But if you know you're going to lose, don't give up, because not only sometimes you might accidentally win because they either leave or whatever. I've had that happen at least a few times before. Or maybe they thought they were going to lose and they lost the mind game. But don't lose, or sorry, yeah, don't lose like that. Don't give up. Just, you need to know how to play your hand every single time. You can be in the absolute worst position and still come back. So don't ever give up. And that's not even just like motivation. It's like strategically, when you give up, you guarantee loss. But if you don't just give up, you actually give yourself a chance to have a productive game. Okay, so now you're going to die. That being Charizard. So this is what we are going to do. We're going to test something, because these cards are actually more important at the moment than other cards. So we're going to try, actually, no, we're going to do that. That makes more sense. I almost fucked up because I was not going to be able to retreat with this guy. So instead, what we're going to do is we are going to hit this. I'm going to grab you, and actually, we can grab you. Now, because he didn't kill, I probably would have grabbed this Charizard back, but he didn't kill. So, that's okay. Oh, I totally forgot. That's my bad. This is why you have to practice. I went into that thinking I'm about to grab these Pokemon and put them in my hand. Wrong. I shuffled them into my deck and I drew 3 cards, which is very, very different because you could not get those cards. I got very fucking lucky and actually pulled the Charmander, which is very lucky. But Do not expect that to happen every single time because you will fuck yourself. Um, I do want to put this down, but I don't really need it. So I'm going to wait because I don't want to give him more excuses to get a free kill. Because let's say, for example, he gets to this attack. He could then use that to kill one of my Pokemon. Now, of course, he's going to go for this one. That makes more sense. But if you can take off easy kills, sometimes you can win the game by slowly chipping at people. And that's what we're getting at here. We're trying to do what we can while we can. Not everything's going to be a hard hit. Not everything's going to work. But you got to keep trying. Keep in mind, I'm fighting a water deck. Now, some of these are grass, which is helping me, definitely. But you have to be really careful. Because a small miscalculation and a non-type matching will fuck you up. Or a small miscalculation in a good type matching will fuck you up. A small miscalculation in a bad type matching will lose you the game. So you have to make sure that you're not doing stupid shit because it matters that much more. Now, unfortunately, we can't. So right here, I would discard my entire hand to go for the switch. I want to get the switch card right now so I can kill these two. But I can't do that. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to play this card. Did not get it, but that's okay. Ideally, we get a heads. Cool. Now we can add you. The retreat cost of each basic Pokemon is 1 less. Massive W. Now we add you. Perfect. Then we add you. Now, he probably was not expecting this, but that's okay because I'm the GOAT. Number 2, we're going to switch into this bad boy. Actually, I fucked up. Immediately, I fucked up. I got greedy. I have an idea, though. I can recover from this. I just have to not be stupid. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, so I actually cannot attack this turn. I totally forgot. I can't kill this guy because if I kill him, I have to kill one of these other two. Or I can't kill him, but I'd have to kill this one. Now you're asking why would I do that? Reason is because this is a Terra type, he actually takes no damage on the bench. So he switched this out on purpose because he knew I was going to switch this card. Luckily, which is why I didn't attack him, he did actually have no energy. So he couldn't switch this Pokemon out, and he couldn't bring this one back in, nor do anything else. So we got lucky there. But what we are going to do is attach you here. And there's 2 reasons why we're doing this. This is going to give us energy. Boom, boom, boom. Those are the last 3 energy in my deck, which is perfect. So that now means what we are going to do is add that there, because now this Charizard will now forever be able to use his attacks, except for in between turns after he attacks. That removed all of the energy from my deck. That means that when I use this card, every card that I get will not be an energy, so it will actually be probably of some use. So we're going to toss this. We're going to toss the rest of it. Let me decide whether I want to add energy or not. Because it would be discarded anyways. We're going to add you there. The reason why I do that is because typically they go for other Pokemon first, but also this ideally I keep on the board for the reason that it is much more helpful to be in the game than not in the game. I will sacrifice other ones, except for something really strong like this one. depending on the scenario, because we want it to be profitable as opposed to um, useless. Because this is how you get a lot of energy onto your Pokemon, also really effectively. Not just a lot of energy at one time, but like you can move them around much more effectively. And a Pokemon who, like with this one, I would not have been able to treat this card if I didn't have this card. So, question is, do I retreat? And the answer is yes. This is what we do. Boom. So we're going to do that. And the reason why we're doing that is because we can grab a free kill here. Now, technically, we should have done that last turn. We should have actually kept him in because I forgot, I got too greedy, and I forgot that I can't actually hit him on the bench. So technically, I should have done it last turn, but that's okay. It might not be okay. It might end up costing me the game, but at least I recognize where I fucked up. That way, next time I play, I don't do that. I've done that before because I'm stupid, but we are country boys making do after all. Okay, so the reason why I don't place this card is because I don't need him to get free kills. It's an EX, so he'll grab two prize cards if it does end up dying. But also, he's not super high health, and the value of him, except in really, really late game, is to get energy on my Pokemon. And I don't need that, obviously. So, I don't want to risk putting him in and also taking up that last slot that could be put in by a more viable or relevant Pokemon. At least to the fight. Or just a strong Pokemon that I could put in just to tank damage or something. Sometimes you just need to stick your Pokemon in and say, take a really large hit for me. Okay. This is the other Armarouge that I have in my deck. This is the strong one. It's pretty useful. Doesn't always come out, but when it comes out, he gets shit done. He goes to work. But he's good to have because I already have the card set in my deck. Okay. So we need a specific card. And it's probably in our deck, but it also there are two of them. So I only have two of them in my deck because this is like the I'm not gonna need you. This is like the I did not get it. Very annoying. I don't think I'm winning this. So what I'm looking at here, he definitely wins. But my question is, okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna put you down. I think that's the move. And then 120. Yeah. Okay. So he probably wins next turn because he's gonna switch out and then hit me with this, kill my Pokemon. What I really needed, and unfortunately I didn't get it, was, and I don't think it would have mattered because he had another one anyways, or maybe it would have mattered. I don't know. No, because he would have switched out to this anyways. I really needed boss's orders. Boss's orders. Yes. Okay. Doesn't get me the card I need, but it gives me one turn where I could maybe do something. Sorry, give me a second. I need... we're gonna do this and hope there aren't any anything, or hope there's not anything crazy in there. Okay, so not really what I needed. Okay, so this is the card I need. I need 2 of them. Unfortunately, I just did not get them. I need 1 of them. All I would need to do, what it does is it switches this Pokemon with one of these Pokemon. Active with the bench. I would switch him. I would retreat. Bada bing, bada boom. I wouldn't automatically win. Actually, I would. But I don't really have that in my control at the moment. So we are going to not kill him, because that would be stupid. And instead, we are going to end our turn and honestly just pray he doesn't have energy, which is probably very unlikely. And now, assuming he doesn't have an energy or a switch card, which it doesn't seem like he was, because he probably would have played it by now. Our job is to now pray that we have a 1 in 3 chance of getting the card we want. And that doesn't happen. Now we have a 50-50 shot. Again, there's a good chance that it doesn't work anyways. But we can't kill this guy. So, give me a second. Okay. So we can't do that. So, in case he pulls some weird shit, I need to make sure this Pokemon has the proper energy. And because I removed the stadium, I can no longer retreat at 1 less retreat cost. So I need to make sure that this guy can retreat, and we're going to set it up to do so. So, either I win next turn, or I don't. We will see. Oh. I guess it could be 2. Or 3, but that would be crazy. Surely that gave him an energy. No. I'm gonna be dead honest with you, Chief. That's fucking crazy. Also, the fact that I, out of a 50-50 shot, did not get it, terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I can't use this card to get it because I don't have enough. Very dumb. This is a very, very stupid game, actually. Like, in terms of the actual events, the fact that neither of us has attacked in, like, 4 or 5 turns is pretty dumb. He's gonna get it, though. There's no way he doesn't get an energy. After that last card, that was fucking crazy. Not gonna help you now. If anything, it helps me. Oh. Fucking finally. Jesus Christ. This is why you never give up. I was losing the whole fucking game. The whole game I was getting my fucking teeth kicked in. My shit was getting rocked. I was getting fucked up. But what happened? We came back. Why was that not cheaper? Oh, it was cheaper. I'm done. All right. Now we do what we were supposed to do. Hit this guy up. Boom. And we get rid of this one. That's why we have that on that. And then we finally do what we need to do. We're going to read this shit As long as Pokemon on your bench, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage to effect by from prevent all damage from and effects of attacks from your Pokemon. So I can't hit this guy. If I would have put that there, lost. I would have lost the game, or probably not lost, but there's a good chance I would have lost. But I'm not an idiot, so I played it properly. Again, fucked up a ton of times, but if you're calculating and you're actually thinking about what you have and what you can do, you will figure it out. There's no fucking way. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't actually know why that just happened. I don't really care at the end of the day. I'll just get the points back. And I think I won. In my heart, my spirit, my soul, I don't give a single fuck that the game just absolutely bent me over and gave me a colonoscopy. That I do not give. I don't care about. What I'm more annoyed about is that I don't know why the game said that I conceded. I don't know if it's a connection thing and my game just disconnected for some reason, or whether because I fucking took too long. I couldn't see the timer, and this is also, again, round 2. Don't ever give up. The guy who literally lost the game. You lost the game. That guy, the guy who literally just lost, I'm sorry, like, you played decently or whatever, still won. He still won the game because for some reason I conceded. So I think what I learned just then, obviously, as I've already said, don't ever give up. Number 2, stop being a prick and take your prize cards faster, because I think what happened is, I think if you don't take your prize cards soon enough, the game just says, okay, fuck you, even though you were completely done with the game. And although I guess technically which I don't even know if that's possible, I don't know if you can take less prize cards, but in all senses of the game, I did not lose. I could not have lost. I don't even think I can. Let me look it up, actually. In the Pokemon TCG, can you choose to not take prize cards? Okay. Okay. That's actually good to know. So, technically, I did not guarantee my win. I did win, but I didn't do it. I didn't guarantee my win because it says, yes, players can actually choose not to take prize cards in the Pokemon trading card game. Wait. One second, actually. Actually, I don't actually know. I kept reading and it says, if the instructions say you may. Interesting. So, I think by all accounts, I did not lose just then. Obviously, the game said, fuck you. It's not a lot of points anyways, so I really don't care. Plus, you gotta lose at some point. That's just a bit tragic that I went that whole game expending everything, and I still fucking got oofed. Other than that, we're gonna run it back, and I'm gonna explain a little bit less, maybe, but I got too greedy. Definitely fucked up earlier, but I got too greedy in the sense that I was showboating. You gotta be faster. Unfortunately, on the TCG Online, they do not give you a lot of time. Definitely my biggest gripe with the game. Like, metas aside, and certain cards that shouldn't be a thing, like, all of that aside, the actual game, like the software and shit. Okay, putting him in because Charizard is more valuable. That meaning if I can get to Charizard, that's more valuable. But also he has protect, so there's a chance that he won't die anyways. And I can get gift energy and make it more valuable. But my biggest gripe with the actual game itself, not TCG, but TCG online or live, is the timer. It's so quick. Like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. We want people to play, or play quickly. But I feel like in ranked, you should get more time, because when your points actually matter, and you can actually lose points, it's really annoying to have. Let's see, retreat cost. Okay, 1. Yeah, we don't want to do this, but we are going to do this. Unfortunately, can't play him yet. All right. I think I could have attacked there. Don't think there would have been a point, but good to know. The timer in this game, oh my fucking god. Of course it would have mattered. Of course. This is precisely what I was talking about. Turn 2. Turn 2, this man has a fully evolved Charizard EX with 2 energy on it, and the attack cost is only 2. He has another Charmander already set up with an energy. He has a Pidgey, and he has a Rotom. I can almost guarantee, because this is how these people play, I can almost guarantee he has another rare candy in his hand. There it is. Which is extremely fucking annoying, because he doesn't have to put Charmeleon on. He doesn't have to wait 2 turns. And I don't get any value for this either. So annoying. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Oh, that card is so fucking cheese. Literally, he always is already able to use 2 of them, and he has OP cards. You know what he's gonna get next? I already know, because I know this entire playstyle. Granted, it is a Charizard deck, but like the rest of his cards, I immediately understand how his deck works because of the cards that he has played so far. So I'm gonna use this card because I have to. I don't want this fucker getting a quick, easy kill. Okay, so what we're gonna do you have stuff in here? Cool. Actually, we don't even really need to play that yet. We're gonna switch you. Wait, what is your ability? So he's gonna get an energy card, switch it, kill it. Interesting. Okay, can't switch into you because I know you're gonna evolve him. Can't switch into you because I know you're gonna evolve him. So I have to switch to you, which you're just gonna grab an energy, probably. So we'll see. This game is immediately unfun because he just happened to have two of the right cards in his hand. So dumb. There it is. So you got his Pidgeot, which then allows him to search for another card, which he's just going to grab an energy. Or he's fucking annoying as fuck, and he... Oh, so he can't use the V-Star move, because I guess he's already used it. That's good. Unless he just got another one, which I think he just did. Oh, wait, no, because he wouldn't be using it anyways. So you grab the switch, which is essentially the same thing as grabbing an energy. Now he's going to kill. I'm sorry, Charcadets. It had to be done. Now we pray we get a Pokemon here. Or a card that gets us Pokemon. Sick. Because he's going to die. Oh, wait. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, we're just going to shuffle these Pokemon in there. And pray we get a Pokemon. Did not get a Pokemon. Okay, so he can only do 180, and then he's going to hit me again. So that's 360. We don't have enough. We're going to add this fucker on. So now he can tank 2 shots, and we're gonna 2-shot him. So we have a chance. Do you see how we evolved Charizard the old fucking fashioned way? Look at this shit. Charmeleon. Charmander. Like, get real, my dude. Terrible. These players are so annoying. It's the same shit, too. Like, this guy's deck, I've seen multiple times. I've seen this, like, I see this every single time I play. I see this exact deck. It is no creativity at all. Like, inherently, it's a little creative, but that's how the game is. It's like playing Minecraft and saying, I'm being creative. It's like, that's because you're playing a creative game. This deck is not remotely creative at all. This is just a meta deck. This is what people play. And so people end up playing decks that require no brain power. Now, this card is new, so you added a little something else to his deck. But other than that, I've seen this shit. Like, this is old fucking news at this point. Terrible. It's so stale and boring. And a little bit OP. And by little bit, I mean, like, as a Charizard deck, as a Charizard deck user, that's why I don't use that card. It's because I have respect not just for the game, but also for myself as an individual. If I would have had the other card, I would have been able to hit this fucker, this guy, for 240, but unfortunately not. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, we don't really need this card. It's definitely very useful, but at the moment, it's not it. So we are gonna save this. Cool. We got something. We got something going. He's definitely gonna pick up a free card here, but dumb. For some reason, my nose is chronically itchy. I don't know why. Okay. He doesn't do enough damage. We actually get one hit here. That's very lucky. Except for the fact that I don't think we do. Never mind. Okay. He has the belt on. My bad. My question is... can we get what we need here? $260, $240. Okay. So basically, terrible. Of course, he has an ace spec like this. So corny. Okay. Miriam? Nope. Okay. So this really is not ideal. Okay. At least we can do a little damage here. That's good. The old-fashioned route, huh? Never mind. That's one of the reasons why I call that a no-skill card. It just doesn't require skill. You just don't have to use your brain. You literally just say, switch. Now, sometimes it's the right way to do it. Most of the time,
It doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Two unfortunate L's. Back at it. Just because we lose does not mean that we are not going to win. Just because we win does not mean we're not going to lose. It's a law of averages. We need to win more than we lose. I used to have the really cute Mew coin, but I don't have it anymore since the game switched over. Don't get me wrong, I like my Charizard coin, but I did miss the Mew coin. I might actually have it now. I might have gotten it back. Maybe not my old one, but I think I got like a new version. But I'll stick to my Charizard coin. Okay, protect. This is not ideal, but we're gonna do what we can here. 20. Okay. So this guy has a what's it called? Goldingo? And a Magnezone deck. Which, if he switches this guy in, he's got the card in his hand. Okay. Good to know. Of course, I don't have Apom in here. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to. I'd honestly rather have the Pokemon on the bench. Also, in that last game, traditionally, it did give me the warning, but traditionally, I would not skip my turn without hitting that protect button. Um, but unfortunately, I didn't register that I was second, and so I thought I was first because he didn't do anything. And I thought, okay, well, I can't attack anyways. There's no point using it. And I was wrong. There was a point in using it. I was very wrong. Okay, I don't want him to get new cards, so I'm gonna do this instead. I want to use Iono, but it's not the move. Nice. All right, what do we got here? I think these two guys make more sense. Because you... No, you didn't die. Okay. Alright, what do you got going on? Damn. Go dingo. I wonder what the what is it called? Aegis Slash? I don't remember. Okay. Okay. No, it would be stupid to use either of these cards. I want to use them. Don't get me wrong. I do want to use them, but that would be dumb. Did get rid of a Puffin card, which is pretty good. Energy, also a big dub. But the Puffin we definitely don't want in there because we don't want him getting good Pokemon out there. Like more of these fuckers. Cool. Perfect. Again, don't really need to use either of these. So we're going to do that. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're cooking. All right, 70, 80. Okay, but you probably have... Can you slash straight? You probably have... I think it's Aegis Slash. If you don't, that's really tragic. Should have switched to this. I doubt you would have got more value out of this. No, that makes more sense. Because, well, no, you'll probably get 2 energy. You would have attached. You would have done that. I would have hit. Interesting. Now you're going to switch. Or maybe you don't. No, you want to keep this in. That would make more sense. But then I get a one-shot here. Oh, no. Actually, if you kill, you fucked up. Yeah, he fucked up. That's good for me. Set 2. Sick. Okay, that's actually really good for me. Yeah. Nice. You love to see it. All right. Now we're cooking. That's not good. You're gonna take another one? I respect it. That means I might get another one though. Very interesting. I got a lot of options here. So close. We are praying for an armor rouge here. If we can get an armor rouge, we might be in the clear, which we don't get. And we definitely would have needed that energy too. Interesting. All right, this could be very good. Could not be very good. We will see. We are praying. We are praying. This would be ideal. This isn't gonna happen. This is what would be ideal. Ideally, he swings and he hits confusion, doing 30 damage to him, which would put him in killing range. We would then proceed to switch out his Magnezone with his Zamazenta. And then, ideally, we just use this card and we kill both of them. But we're going to see if that'll work. What you got? 2 energy. Interesting. So he's got the Doublade, so he's going to put that down. That's good that he has that for him, because these Pokemon might end up dead this next turn. We're going to see if this works. He misses it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now what we get to do, remember the old-fashioned way, is we get to evolve Charmeleon into Charizard. Now we're going to use Infernal Rain. Ooh, we only have 1 energy in here. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, luckily, first we're going to do this before I start yapping. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do this. And we're going to do this. Cool. Now, I want to kill this Pokemon because there's a good chance that he has some whack shit. But I can't afford to have him putting energy onto any of the other Pokemon, so I had to take that risk. Also, to be honest, I don't know what that Pokemon is. Meaning, I don't know what Pokemon he's going to put onto that Pokemon. It could be good, and he might just kill me. But I have to run that risk. And we'll see. Okay, is it good? It is good. And it kills me. Okay, so this has had to be calculative, but also ignorant at the same time. This is the good thing. I don't usually come across this card too often. So I'm actually happy that this is happening because now I will know forever this is the card that they intend to play. Not only... Damn. Wait. Yeah, that's fucking good. That's actually really good. This is a really good card. The only reason why I'm not bitching right now is because this is a metal type. Now, I've already lost. This guy's going to swing and he's going to kill me. I definitely should have killed the other one. But at least I now know what to do in this scenario, and I can prepare better next time. Cool. Then we're going to fast track through this. The good thing about this is that, like, losing whenever... And it's not even just the mindset, but I mean, like, practically... When you're losing, as long as you're playing properly, and by properly, I mean you're not just playing your side of the board, but playing their side of the board, you learn so much. You don't ever really lose in this game. It's just a matter, I mean, really in general, but I mean, like, you don't ever really lose because it's more just, okay, what did you learn? Sometimes there are situations where you're just kind of SOL. Whether your deck gave you a bad hand, or whether you played something wrong, or their deck is really OP, whatever it is, sometimes you just lose. And it just is what it is. But at the very least, you can pull like one thing from it, and you get so much more value in that perspective, as opposed to... one second. Yeah, I don't want to do that, but we're going to. I'm not going to make that mistake again. So, we're in a pretty good spot. I'm comfortable losing right now because not only am I not in a high ladder, and it's not as important, but I now know that deck. I now know when I see that card, I know to expect, which is a skill. Not even just in terms of memory and like understanding the specific card, but referencing that and then telling yourself that is an inevitability. When you see a Charmander onto the field, he's going to get a Charmeleon. He's gonna get a Charizard out. That's how the game works, right? He has a Pidgey. He's gonna get a Pidgey onto the field. That's how the game works. So I already have an understanding immediately as to how I should be playing based on how I know he's going to be playing. And that is the whole shtick. Of course, he already got the fucking rare candy. That's just how his deck works. So when I play this deck, I have to assume turn 1, turn 2, best case scenario for me, turn 3, he's going to get a Charizard onto the field or something valuable onto the field, and I have to accept that. I have to be okay with understanding he's immediately going to have a major advantage over me, most likely. So, being smart enough, I have to register that these things are going to happen. I need to plan for them. So, instead of bitching and complaining, I'm going to say, okay, let's assume right now he has a Charizard EX. He's not going to be able to kill one shot. So that means I at least get to do this. Boom. I'm going to grab you. And then I'm going to grab... did I just place you? No, because I placed... Yeah, that was turn 1. And then I'm going to grab... Trying to think of which one of them is more valuable. There are 2 of them here, so I'm likely to draw that. I'm going to grab Ambipom. I think this is valuable, considering all things. And then we're going to hit this, because that's valuable as well. Alright, now we could have evolved him, but that wouldn't have made sense because I wouldn't be able to use that attack. And the energy is worth it. So now, I'm going to... So there it is. I'm going to get... So he's not going to kill. I'm going to get Arceus V-Star onto there. And then I'm going to grab a Armarouge. And then I'm likely going to grab a Switch. Now, there's a chance that I don't do that, and instead I grab a Stadium card instead, but we'll see. There's also a ton of other cards that I could grab. Let me think. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. 2, right? Okay. I'm gonna grab you. And then we're gonna grab... And then we're gonna grab you. Actually, this is gonna work. Oh, I grabbed the wrong card. That's okay though. So either we get 2. Okay, we did. So now we're gonna grab Charmander. I should have grabbed Perrin instead. That would have been better. And we're gonna grab you, and we're going to grab. I got really lucky with this Larry. And now we're gonna grab. Now we're gonna grab you. Question is. Okay, I have an idea. Yeah, this is not the smartest move to do, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna go for the confusion, and he's gonna get a little burnt. Just a little burnt. Cool. Okay. The reason why is because he can't kill, and then ideally we switch back into him, and we can go for another attack. But we see. We shall see. Also, worst case scenario, we switch back into Ambipom, and we should be good. Yeah, give us a couple turns. That's also not good. What does he got for me? Okay, that's really bad. No heads. No heads. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Of course, he heals from the burn as well. Alright, what do we got in here? 4 energy. Ugh, no energy, of course. I'm not going to attach any energy because there's a 50-50 chance I don't do any damage anyways. I would have attached the energy if I had Charizard though on the field. This is getting hairy, man. Not good. Nice. Okay. Perrin? No. gonna grab you. We are gonna grab you. Alright, hopefully we get some damage here. Could be huge, could not be huge. Not huge, but we'll take it. 60 is better than nothing. Alright, now he's got 300 health. He's in a better range. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if he gets Pidgeot. He probably gets Pidgeot this turn. And if he does, he's definitely going to get his Charizard, which is not ideal. But good switch. Smart. Alright, what do you got for me? What you got for me? Probably Arceus? Yeah, knew it. Okay. Okay, smart. Question is, can I get a switch? No, I hate wasting the other professor's research. That's so sad. Okay, no switch, unfortunately. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit you with this. Bada bing. Then we're gonna hit you with one of these. Now you are going to retreat, unfortunately, because he used a boss's orders. And now we're gonna put you on there. And you're going to attack again. 3 coins. No damage. No damage. No damage. Fuck. Terrible. Okay. Now, our job is to switch. We're going to try to add you. We're going to add you. That's double. And then we're going to switch to you. You will die, unfortunately. Then we switch back out to you. And you might die. And then ideally we have Morty's Conviction. Okay. That's not good. Okay. Well, he might not get the kill anyways. But if he does, we get a couple cards here. Which I don't think he can, but... Oh, he doesn't even have the energy to attack. What a bozo. Okay. Add you. Interesting stuff here. Okay, definitely going to add you. What do we got in here? Oh, you have a ton of energy in here. Okay. We're going to try this. This is not perfect, but we're going to see what we can do here. Okay, at least we have a second set. Boom. Okay. And a Larry. Good to know. Okay, so unfortunately, we can't risk him getting. We can't risk him getting Pidgeot. That's no bueno. So we do have to kill off. We do have to kill off Pidgeotto, which is not a problem, but ideally you don't want to switch when you don't really want to switch. So let's go ahead and kill you. All right, you go in the Lost Zone. Let's see, 250. Little Larry card. Let's see, 300. I need 180, which is not going to do it in the next attack. So we're going to have to plan this out a little smarter. This card right here. That's the move. That's the move. I'm telling you now. Cool. So that was good that he placed that there. Oh, he kind of fucked up. Oh, I got two of them down. Oh, you hate to see it. You absolutely hate to fucking see it. Okay. Okay. Boom. What'd I kill? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. What you putting in? So he's definitely switching into this, and he's going to put on the energy, ideally. Now, there's a chance that he doesn't have the energy in his hands, but I would say, actually, the better move is to put this in, because it's at least the turn stall, and if you do get an energy, you can attach it to him, and maybe switch out. If not, kind of SOL. This is why I have Armor Rouge in my deck for situations like this where this guy's SOL. He has no cards in his hand that are going to be able to output enough value that is going to get him in a scenario in which he is going to come out alive. Precisely. So he should have did this and basically take the damage. So now I get a free kill, and I'm questioning where I want to achieve this, or in what manner, more like. So we're gonna do this. So now I could attack both of these, but that would be unwise. So instead what I'm gonna do, we're gonna check here. Cool, it's not in here. So what we're gonna do instead is we're going to get, interesting. We're gonna get Jacques. We're gonna grab this card. And then we're going to put you down because I think that makes sense. We're gonna put you down here. We're gonna retreat you. We're gonna put you in. Now we're gonna do this. Do that, and we're gonna do that. Because Delphox would not have killed, I can't take the risk in letting him get either one of these Pokemon powered up, because that could end up biting me in the ass, and so could a Arceus V-Star. So none of that, not happening. Also, that puts us in a good position. We can take out a small Pokemon or a non-EX Pokemon, non-rule box Pokemon, and also win. We have another boss's orders. So if you put something stupid on the bench, I definitely win. For example, if he got V-Star right here, he could not only grab 2 cards because he has his V-Star still left with the Arceus V-Star ability, this right here, Starbirth, grab 2 cards. He could do that, but then he could also tank an extra shot, and that would be bad. But if he placed a Pokemon down here, I probably would have killed it. It don't matter though, because I'm going to take the win anyways. And I'm going to watch him. This is a little mean, but I'm going to watch him get the card that he needs. I don't even know what cards are in his hand. I just know that whatever he drew was probably more useful than the card set he previously had. So we're going to go ahead and finish off this game and take our first official dub. Finally. Oh, the 3 games, 1.5 wins. Was that 3? I think that was 3. All right. And a cool little aspect of the online TCG is that whenever you rank down or you lose rank points, it doesn't actually show you, which is kind of funny. But when you gain rank points, it does show you. So I think that's kind of neat. It's just sort of a feel-good kind of thing. But it is what it is. If you're wondering, well, this is up here. This is for buying packs, essentially. This is for your character, which is pretty useless for the most part because they don't really add anything to the shop. And this is also to buy cards, but specific cards. So what I'm working on at the moment, I basically bought all of the other cards that I need and all of the alternate versions, the ones that I actually like. Like I have the Full Art Delphox, of course. I have this Charizard EX, this version, this alternate art, I guess. Shiny Charmeleon, of course. All of the Pokemon that I have in here are the best or the coolest looking variant of what I perceive to be within their variants. Other than that, I have the item cards and the trainer cards, or the trainer cards, which includes items and supporter cards. And then a stadium, my 2 stadiums, I was finally able to get the full art version of Magma Basin, which is pretty good. And I, of course, have the Switch card, which pretty useful. Love to see it golden. And then the rest of the trainer cards, except for the Ace-Bet card and this one, are full art trainer cards, which is great because they all look pretty great and they're all really useful too. So it's nice to play it and have the use of the card, but also kind of have a subtle flex of like, yeah, my deck looks really nice. So everything in here is pretty much peak. It's the best you can get for the most part. The only thing I'm still working on is so obviously that's perfect, not perfect, but that's how this is the only version of the card. This one is there's no gold to this, which would be cool, but so we got the reverse holo, we got this one. I guess I could buy the reverse holo, but I don't really feel like it at the moment. So what I'm spending my money on is this, the energy cards. I currently have, and I actually got 6 of them from the battle pass, which is great. I have a ton of the shiny ones. So I have these. I have a bunch of these, which makes my cards a lot prettier. and then these as well, which is pretty cool. So I'm saving up. They are 2,000 each, except for the ones that I got for free. 2,000 crafting, and I need 4 more, at least for my current play style and my deck coverage. So I need 4 more, and then my deck will be pretty much complete. I am going to quickly buy this because I honestly... Oh, never mind. I already have it. So we're going to add that. Then we're going to go here and subtract that one. So now we have the pretty one, and we're back to it. I could probably add some slightly prettier ones. No, I ain't got it like that. So my goal in terms of my deck, making it look a little prettier, is at this point just the energy. So other than that, let's get back to it. Grind up a little more. I think, especially with the season being so long, I think getting to Masters is realistic. It just takes a lot of grinding and a lot of tenacity, because you are going to lose games that either you shouldn't have lost, obviously, or you're going to have to play enough games where your average is just good enough that it's working, right? Because the higher you go up, the harder it gets, the more difficult people you face. And so not only are you losing more, but you're coming across new challenges in terms of like skill, but also like because that's what I was saying earlier, you want to know what the best play for your opponent is. And when your opponent knows what the best play for you is, the higher you get, you have to expect that from a skill perspective. But then as you get better and you get higher, ideally, this isn't always true, but people diverge from the meta a little bit. And so things that you might have been used to, or expectations that you might have had about certain decks or certain cards, might be utilized a little differently. And so you have to remember that a card can be very diverse at times. And so that's another aspect of it. So you can't ever really let up, and you don't ever stop learning. Especially the higher you get, because each small miscalculation will mean the difference between you losing. These are new cards. This is a whole new set. It's a very small set. They might add more to it. I don't know. But these are new cards. So I have to get used to this playstyle. This is a whole new set in which focuses on dark types. And dark types usually aren't too bad for me. They are usually pretty fucking good. But this is at least not a bad type matchup. Other than that, I haven't really played with these cards before. So I need to understand what this does as soon as possible. That way I can counter it and then figure out what the next step is to make sure that I don't fall for the same traps and shit. So let's read this. Subjugating Chains. Once during your turn, you may switch one of your benched dark type Pokemon, except any Peturant EX, I don't have my glasses on, with your active Pokemon. If you do, the new active Pokemon is now poisoned. You can't use more than one Subjugating Chains ability per turn. So I immediately know what he's gonna do. I'm gonna add this. I'm going to add this. Unfortunately, can't switch you. What are you gonna do? Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah. Okay, what do we got? Perrin. Yeah, that works, I guess. Alrighty. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to understand, number one, that we did not get that protect. So Charcadet might die here. But also, what his goal right now is to use this ability to switch Okidogi in. Basically what that is going to do is going to activate this part of the card. If this Pokemon is poisoned, this attack is 130 more. It is relatively cheap energy cost. And this right here, search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. he doesn't even need that ability. You can use this. But what he's going to do is he's going to get 2 more energy. So we can automatically expect him to have a full attack next turn. So we now have to plan for that. So our goal currently is to grab... So what we're going to do is we're going to sacrifice... We know he's going to get a kill here. So we have to sacrifice a Pokemon that we know we're not going to need as much. So this is what we do. We're going to hit him with... Who? I might have been able to... That was stupid. This is a good Pokemon to have. So that's why I instinctually placed it on the bench. But that probably was not the move. So what we are going to do now is we're going to hit one of these. Boom. Boom. We're going to pray we get these 2. We did. Alright. Cool. So now, I don't like abusing this strat. That's why I only have 1 RCSV and 1 RCSV star in my deck. That's just how that works. But I need this because that's the card I had in my hand, and I need to make sure that I'm utilizing whatever I can. Okay, give me a second. 2. Now, I could run the risk of the protect, and that might even make sense. But actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, sorry. Okay. We're going to protect. If I fail, I'm at least going to get the value of the gift energy. Okay, cool. So I'm going to fail. He's going to kill. There's a chance that he switches out my Pokemon, which would be really fucking tragic. But regardless, he's going to get an attack off anyways. We understood that going in. So we put this stuff on here, and we understand what's going to happen. So, now, we're going to expect him to kill. He's going to put damage counters onto our Pokemon, which is not ideal. And then, we are going to add this guy, look for something, but it's going to depend because we just got cards. We're going to see what we got now. Okay, so this is why I instinctually put down Infernape. With Infernape, I can now put this up here and get a free switch out for no energy. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to add you. Give me a second here. One, two, three. Okay, so he's definitely going to get another kill here, but I think this is worth it. Okay, watch this. Boom. What do we got in here? Okay, it's not in here. Good. Now we can hit this button. Hit that button. Oh, even better. Oh, I almost didn't use it. Okay, so now what do we want? What cards do we want? Okay, so we're gonna use Starbirth. We are now going to grab him because we know Ambipom is in the deck. And now we're going to re-grab you. Okay, let's think for a second. I think that makes sense. I grabbed the wrong Pokemon. Oh, that's really frustrating. I don't know why I grabbed Armarouge. That was really stupid. I should have grabbed Charcadet. That was really dumb of me. Again, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna do some stupid shit. I've got a plan for that. Okay. So what next? 90. Unfortunately, you are the move. I don't like having to put energy on Infernape, but it does the trick. Damn, that was really fucking stupid of me too. And he's gonna get a free kill. Oh, really dumb. Did he discard it? He discarded it. Interesting. Why did he do that? I guess it was only one of them. By the way, if you weren't already aware, you can have 4, except for A-Spec cards, of any card in your deck. And Radiant cards. So like Radiant Charizard, I can only have one of these in my card. I can only have one Radiant card, just in general. So, one of those, one A-Spec card. Other than that, you can have 4 Charizards, 4 Apoms, 4 whatever. 4 hard charms, whatever you want in there. So anytime I see someone discard a card, I factor that. I automatically assume, not even just because of like practicability, like okay, you can only have 1, you can only have 4, so this is 1 of 4, but also this is a really OP card. It kind of makes sense to have 4 of these in your deck. Obviously it's very cheese, it's very OP, and sometimes it'll get you in trouble, but I just assume this card being in there that he has multiple. This is also another good card. I probably, this Professor's Research, probably assume he has at least 2, 3, if not, could be crazy, could be cuckoo, and have 4 of them in his deck. So we assume the worst. Other than that, you gotta make do. So he's got 111 health. He's gonna kill. Unfortunately, he's gonna kill Arceus V-Star, which is okay. Surprised he didn't kill Infernape. So, what's this one do? Okay, so that's 120. Wait. Okay, cool. Now, cool. So we don't actually even need that Pokemon now, or that card. I guess we kind of do. We don't really need it though, so we're honestly gonna take the gamble and just throw it all out. So we're gonna hit one of these, 3. Okay, and then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. Okay, so at least we'll get 2 prize cards. That's definitely gonna help out. Okay, instead of having 2 Jacques, we have 2 Larrys, which is arguably better. Charmeleons is not really ideal, I guess, but I'm not really complaining. Again, we're not in a great spot right now, but we are country boys making do. Let's see. We only have 1 Armarouge and 1 Charcadet in the discard pile. So that means that we have a chance that they're both in our deck, if not at least in our prize cards. So we're going to see what we get here. That's not good. But, yeah, that's definitely not good that he got a whole new fresh hand. A large hand at that. But that means that he is now a little closer to us in terms of decking out, and that's where this card comes into play. This attack discards 2 cards from your opponent's deck, which is good. I'm not gonna start using it right now because he would die and it's just not worth it right now. But if I see this man get down to like 10 cards, 8 cards, 5 cards, I might have to bust this puppy out, especially after I stall a little bit with Ambipom. Because I've won like that. I've won numerous times, just using this attack and decking them out. So we're going to play our strategy, play what we know we can do, but also keep things in mind, keep some things in your back pocket if you can, because they're there for a reason. Okay, what we are going to do is we are also going to sick. Is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Watch this. Boom. We don't want this Pokemon in here because it's really, really treacherous. We wanted to get our Pokemon in. We want these fuckers to get in. But this is actually more valuable. Because this guy's going to get a lot of energy really quickly. And he's going to do a lot of damage really quickly. So it's better that we go ahead and do some crowd control immediately. As opposed to trying to do some weird shit. And praying that we get lucky. So we do that. And now we are one step closer to winning. Cool. Very good. And we got our Armor Rouge that we needed. So that's good. Now, initially, I would have killed this guy. But since he played the other Pokemon, I kind of needed to kill it. I'm going to check out this real quick. Okay, good to know. What do you do? It's this Pokemon. Okay, that's not bad. Now... if I get... Is it Canella or Candela? I don't remember. But if I get that card, I could win here. Okay, so we do want to attack or put this guy out. Massive fucking W. Okay, so now we're gonna grab this one like we were supposed to the first time. And then we are going to do this. Boom. Boom. Okay, now the question is... Now, I want to put energy on Ambipom and maybe get a little more damage in, but unfortunately I can't do that because of the risk. So, we're just going to swing, do what we can. No damage. Ambipom probably going to die, but that's okay because he's only going to take 1 prize card. And then, if he kills with this, we come back in and we kill with this. If he switches out, nope, never mind. Didn't matter. He's going to win anyways. Trying to think of what I could have done. There's a chance... Wait. There's a chance that I could have killed that Pokemon, the Powerchint, first, instead of killing Okidogi. But I... don't know well enough that Okidogi is going to not get energy quicker. Maybe if I was a little bit more aware, I could have thought, okay, well, I can kill Powerchint first, and then because he doesn't have any energy, he at least has to wait at least 1 turn to then get energy. I could have then solved my problem from there, but it still would have been unlikely because I still would have had to take an extra turn. And so again, it's like you have to weigh your options and just kind of throw it out there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Unfortunately, I got no fucking cards here. But I don't think I exposed too much, except for the base, and I don't like that he knows that I have a stadium card. So now that he has to expect that I have it, and so he's not going to place his stadium card. I think a good player would not place his stadium card first turn. So we'll see. But logically, it's also unlikely that I got it back into my hand, though I do have 2 of that card in my deck. And he could technically predict that I probably don't have it and place his stadium card and get a lot of value out of it, but I doubt he'll do that. So my goal is to get... I'm going to use Larry. Ideally, I get a heads. I get Arceus V-Star, and I get Charizard V. And then, from there, I get Charcadet, so I can get Amarouche. And then I can grab Aipom. Yeah. I'll grab Aipom. I don't know. This actually might be backwards. So oh, it's Candela. I knew it. Okay. So here's the thing. The safer, more conservative strategy would be go Larry, and ideally get a heads, if not get a tails, and then at least get Charizard, and then I can evolve Charizard V-Star, and then use Jacques. But I could also instead use Jacques, get Charizard V-Star this turn, and then... Okay, never mind. Don't matter anyways. Alright, we're going to save this for Aipom. Or Ambipom, so... Never mind. But... Let me think real quick. No, that wouldn't make sense, because I guess I could grab it. It would also let me know what's in my deck, which is also very, very, very important. No, because then I'm basically forcing myself to use my attack or my ability too quickly, and I don't need to do that. I'm gonna use Larry first. Gives up. We'll take it. That's a free dub. Not complaining. W's. No rank up yet. Unfortunate. No tails on that one. This guy. So I did look it up. I did always go first because I was like, I think setting up first was probably ideal. And then eventually I looked it up and I was like, which is better, to go first or second? Pretty objectively, it's better to go first. But number one, I've had that fuck me sometimes. Because when you're second, you attack first. But also, it was saying, generally speaking, you get to set up sooner. So I would say most of the time I'm going to go first. But sometimes it doesn't work. This guy has a Lugia deck. So stadium cards, not really going to be a good time. But also he has Lugia V Star, which is going to basically be able to knock out Pokemon just entirely. He won't even really have. It's an attack, but he won't really have to attack them. Now I don't remember if that's an ability or whether that's the attack, but either way, I can already assume at some point in time, my damage, or damage may not matter. It may just be a complete knockout. So I might put out a really good Pokemon out here and make it fucked. So we're gonna have to pray a little bit here. What is this? Therapeutic energy. Okay, no special conditions, which is very upsetting. So unfortunately, we're gonna. This is not ideal in any way, but we needed to do that. Give me at least one. Absolutely not. Infernape is great for the reasons that he's great. He has no retreat cost, so I can always stick him in there and he will retreat. That's just what he does. He's a goat like that. He does enough damage with the 200 damage. But he also has a Meteor Punch, which sometimes is great, sometimes it's not. My deck is a lot of flipping coins, literally. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Here's the Lugia V-Star I was talking about. Now this one, so it's not the... Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else. I think I'm thinking of a different Lugia. I know I'm thinking of a different Lugia, but I don't remember which one. So instead, I know what he's going to do. I should have thought about this. Basically, what he's going to do is he's going to discard at some point. He's going to get Archelops, however you say it, into his discard pile, and he's going to bring them shits back onto the field. Basically, he doesn't even need to evolve them. He just needs to have the card in his deck, put it in the discard pile, and retrieve it with the ability. Now, this is a V-Star ability, so you can only use this once, but he only really needs to use it once. So he's going to have to wait until he gets those cards onto his deck, or into his hand onto the field. So there's a chance that I should have switched him out. I think that makes sense. But we're gonna take these two. I might have fucked up there. Okay, let's see. What else we got? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Boom. Boom. So what do we want to die? We actually do get to choose what dies here, which is good. So we're gonna hit him with this. There's no stadium in play. Otherwise, I would have attached this. That way I can discard the stadium, and then when he dies, get the energy back anyways. But there's nothing there, so don't have to worry about it. We're going to see what he does, which he's definitely going to be killing Charmander, but we'll see if this works out in my favor. Energy. Okay, I got a couple in there. Good. Now I'm gonna have to pray I get an energy in my hand for this strategy to work. But if it does work, that would be golden. That does work. Cool. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. And then we're going to quickly wait. Yes. We're going to look into here and we're going to grab two things. Now, although he has the ability to discard my stadium card, I get at least one turn with it. So I'm going to grab that fucker. And then I'm also going to grab... Serena. I'm going to grab... Jacques. Because I think if I get really lucky with this Larry card, I could get a lot of value out of the Larry card and then add a lot of value with the Jacques. So what we're going to do is we're going to add you here. We're going to hit you with this. Boom. Alrighty. And we're going to hit you with this. Boom. We're going to switch out to you. Add the gift energy. And top it all off with this. Perfect. This is a perfect hand. I cannot do more with my hand at the moment. And I'm about to get so much fucking value out of this. Watch this. 200 damage. He can't retreat. He can't attack. And I get 3 energy right back onto my Pokemon. Perfect. Now, in some ungodly situation, Arceus V-Star dies, I at least get to kill with Infernape. And he's going to lose an energy. He's going to get it back, and I can keep the fucking train going. So we're going to see how this plays out. But I think at this point, so he did just get 2 really good cards that he needs. He definitely needed that. But I am in a really solid position. This is a winning hand. If I can execute this properly, I pretty much automatically win here. But we shall see. You do 220. Okay, what do you do again? Okay, there, you're on the bench. My bad, forgot that's what you do. For your deck, 2 energy, 2 Pokemon. Okay, so he got them on his deck. He's going to add energy. So that means that he's going to hit this. He is going to hit it. And then he's going to remove this, which is unfortunate, but that's how this game works. So now we are going to hit Larry. And then we're going to hope we get something good. So if we get... let's see. If we get 1, we might just grab Aipom. Okay, so he's definitely gonna kill. Oh, so this is where intelligence comes in. He 100% could have killed Infernape. This would have been an easy grab, and it would have been very valuable. Also, he didn't have the energy he needed, which is kind of tragic. Okay. Oh, that's why. Oh, and he didn't even get that off? That kind of blows, my guy. Okay, sorry. He actually just fucked up my whole strategy because I thought he was going to do something else. Okay. I guess we'll still use Larry. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is... Okay, so we don't even have the card to our availability. So I would love to have grabbed Delphox. I might have not grabbed it, but it would have been nice. So because we don't even have it, we're just going to go ahead and grab Aipom. That's what we need right now. We need a good old-fashioned staller. So we're going to add you. Perfect. Boom. All right, and the reason why here that we took the energy from Infernape is because we're going to retreat onto Arceus V-Star, which will then give us back some energy to put back onto Infernape, because we don't need it back onto him. But we're also going to add you here, because we don't need it on him, reminder, because we're about to do this. 2, 3. Now that we can farm this energy, if we can get Aipom in this bitch, or Ambipom in this bitch, we are going to be looking good. We're going to be looking good. So, unfortunately, we didn't get Delphox from our prize cards, so it's a little bit unfortunate. But what we can do is we can now put Charizard V on here, and then proceed to grab Ambipom and Charizard V-Star to make the Charizard V more valuable. So let's see what we got here. He's not going to be able to kill. He is going to discard the Stadium card. Let's see what these do. Therapeutic Energy, Double Turbo, 20 less damage. Good to know. So he's going to do 200. And then... okay, Evolution. He has more. So yeah, this is 3 energy. Cool. So he has a total of 6 energy on that bitch. Which, a bit unfortunate for him that he needed that. Otherwise, it would not have been smart to put that on there. It would have been smarter to put it on this, or even that, or just saved it for another Lugia V-Star. Or for something like a Luxray. Yeah, exactly. Just puts it onto the bench. No Luxio, no what's he called? But he probably doesn't even have it in his deck. No Luxio, no Shinx, just straight onto the bench. That's just how this guy works. Alright. You're going to attach special energy. So that probably means that you're going to hit one of these, and I'm going to guess attaching it to him. Because I think at this point, he knows this guy's going to die. Okay, cool. So you do attach it to Luxray. That does make sense. Cool. So what he's going to do is it's going to be kind of attrition at this point. He knows Lugia at some point is going to die, so he's basically just going to let him die and power up these guys so that he can then throw them in. And this will take forever to actually end the game because it's single prize cards as opposed to 2. So let's go ahead and add you. And then... Now we would place this, but that's not the move. We're gonna wait a turn. What we're gonna do is this 200. Wait. Actually, yeah. No. We can split them up. That's good. I didn't want to put them on Infernape V because that would have been a bit risky. Instead, I'm going to put them on Charizard. So that makes a lot of sense. Also, I can now pretty much just use Charizard immediately as soon as he gets onto the field. Which I might end up doing, but I doubt it. Okay, what we really need here is Delphox. That way we can take out these smaller ones without having to wait too many turns. And we have plenty of energy to do it. So we're going to have to pray that we get a kill here and that he lets us get a kill here, which we should anyways. I don't see a scenario in which we don't get a kill. Especially since you can't switch out to anything that I wouldn't be able to use. And then... which... I guess, no. Because even if he killed Armarouge, I could just switch into one of the other good ones. Including Arceus V-Star. Like if he switched out. But that's not going to happen. So basically, I'm going to assume he's taking 2 prize cards. That puts him down to 3. I'm going to switch out to Infernape. And then, or I'm going to put Infernape into the active spot. And then I'll switch out. And I'm also going to get cards, which is good. I'm I'm going to put... Let's see, how much health do you have? 130. Okay. But where do you go? There? Cool. Even better. What did I get all from that? Mela. Okay. Definitely. This is also great because Infernape is great because it gives me the time to be able to use my brain. So me being able to actually physically switch into Pokemon without having to think about it is useful because it will penalize you by switching in one of your Pokemon forcefully if you don't do it quick enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to add you here. That's the whole point. And then we're going to add you here. Now we're going to add one of you. We're going to add a little bit of damage to the boss. The big boss down here. We have no V-Star attack, so this attack is now irrelevant. So now we need to prioritize this attack. We have enough energy, and it does 230 damage. Now all of these Pokemon will die from that. Otherwise, previously he would not have killed anything, except for this guy, and I guess maybe Bidoof, and I guess technically Bibarel. But what we're doing here is we are going to switch. We're going to retreat into Ambipom. Yeah, that works. Alrighty. That way he won't even kill. And nothing else will kill. Now, let's see. I have energy. I just looked, but I know I just looked. Calm down. But we're going to do it anyways. All right, boom. Cool. So the reason why we did actually add in extra energy is because we're about to start attaching hella energy to Ambipom. Here's the thing. It's a dice roll. So we have to gamble to see whether we're going to hit the damage or not. So I'm going to make sure to add as much energy as I can within reason so that I can at least hit 2 of them. Now, if I had this card, Charizard, which makes it so that each fire energy, every regular fire energy, is actually 2, I wouldn't have to add as many. But we don't have that in there, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to make do. I need 2 heads. So I have a 1 in 3 chance of failing. It's a good chance that I don't fail, but we will see. This is not the smarter play, but it's the good enough play. Cool. We got 4 heads, which does 240. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying Ambipom is beastly. This isn't even half of his potential power. I've seen this motherfucker do like 700 damage before. It's fucking gnarly as fuck. That's when the Charizard doesn't play, because then you get like 6, 7, 8 energy on him, and it's twice as much energy. Boom! You just fucking annihilate fuckers. Not to mention if they're a grass type, don't even get me started. Okay, so of course he put that in there. He planned for that. That makes a lot of sense. So he was expecting for me to have something, or maybe he wasn't expecting, but he was hoping that I would have something that's not going to do well. But that's too bad because that's not going to happen. So any one of these, except for this one, is going to be able to tank the hit, and they also have energy. So even if this guy dies, they have enough energy that they can kind of hold their own weight. So, and he's a retreat of 0, so I can just switch him out anyways. So even if he hit Ambipom, he's not going to die. So our next goal is to see what we can do in terms of finishing off the rest of the game. Now, unfortunately, oh, never mind. Fortunately, we did actually get Delphox here. So all we need to do is use our boss's orders, switch to Bibarel, switch him out, and then switch Ambipom into Delphox, or replace Delphox, switch his Pokemon into Bibarel, retreat to Delphox, and then hit 2 of his Pokemon and win. That is the plan. We will see what happens, but we don't know. Awesome. Ambipom tanks a wonderful, beautiful shot. Wild Charge does a little bit of damage to Luxray. Doesn't matter, because we're going to win. This is how you do it. Boom. We're going to attach another energy, because we just like that. Your best work is a light pack. Boom. Charizard down. Retreat. Put Delphox in. Activate this. And we always take, if we can, we always take energy off of Armarouge first. That's what matters. Alrighty. And then this guy needs at least 3 energy. And the reason why I'm still a little conservative is because we all fuck up. We all do some dumb shit. So I could end up miscalculating and then playing and then being like, oh fuck, I accidentally, like, I forgot that he actually has 3 prize cards instead of 2 prize cards. Or I have 3 prize cards instead of 2 prize cards. So you always want to play the best play that you can. That way you don't do some stupid shit. Other than that, that was a pretty easy win. This guy has a pretty decent deck. Like, in terms of the way that it scales out. The especially for certain kinds of decks that rely on stadium cards, it's very easy to be scared of that deck. But if you understand what's going on initially, that's the rank up. When you understand what's going on initially and you can plan for it, it's just way better instead of having to think about how fucking badly you're gonna lose. But we are cooking. Alrighty, back to it. Tails. I just thought about it. Y'all can't see. I'm gonna give it a second. It's also hot as balls in here, if you weren't already aware. Come on. At the beginning, this is when a timer is appropriate. It's like you're picking whether you go first or second. This is not like just go first. You don't even have access to your cards. You can't even see what's in your hand, what's in your deck, what's in your prize cards. So just literally just press one of the 2 buttons. Flip the coin, and then if you get it, first or second. That's it. I feel like that's the only time in which a timer is actually really appropriate. The other times, it's like, motherfucker, I'm looking through my entire deck, and I'm having to, obviously the game, like, doesn't show you the rest of the cards, but, like, you fucking, like, you have to look through your deck. Like, you have to think about what you want to grab. So having a timer on it is pretty nonsense. At least with the short timer that they have. When I place a trainer card, I'm gonna see if y'all can even see it. I haven't even thought about whether y'all can see it or not, because I can already see that I have the, y'all can't see it, I guess, but I have the screen right here, on the right side of the board, or the mat, so to speak, because I guess IRL you'd be playing with the mat. I like my mat. This is my desk mat, but I'd probably get an actual TCG mat, one that's like, that looks like it's for the format. Plus probably the design would be like around the like the actual format of the game, because you have to have your prize cards in a certain spot. That's why these are here. They're off to the side of the board. Your deck has to be right here. This is your discard pile, and obviously your hand, your bench. This doesn't just look like this for no reason. But this is not good. Okay. But an actual TCG mat would be nice. At some point, especially if I can get to Master League and I know that this deck works, I know that it works. Here's the thing. I know that it works. I like the deck a lot. It's very, very fun. And it's just, it works. In terms of like most decks. Now obviously with water decks, it's a bit harder to fight against, but that makes sense because it's a fire deck. But it works nonetheless. But if I can see that this shit gets me to like masters, and I can actually like master the deck to its real, like, you know, like knowing every card and how it relates to everything else and when I should or shouldn't do things, you can get a lot of value out of buying the cards physically, because I do own the cards. This is obviously an older set, but I pulled this the other day. This is a shiny full art Toxtricity V. Pretty sick card. But actually owning the cards and going out and playing at like actual IRL tournaments and shit, even playing in like the league is really sick, and I would love to do that. But I feel like it'd be a waste of time if you didn't have a really good deck and you weren't really sure of yourself, because it would suck to get eliminated really quickly and one, not win anything, but also two, not play as many matches, because ideally you want to get far, in the sense of like, it's good, it's nice to win, obviously it's great to win, but you also face better and better people and you get more unpredictability, as I was saying earlier with like the actual ladder in terms of like ranked. IRL, you get more experience and you get more, like, you just get used to being in that situation, because it's high stakes when you're like in real shit. But I would say, even just in general, it'd be nice to just go play, go and just like go to like a local card store or some shit and just like go play the game. Of course, it's fun to play online. I can do whatever I want at home, which is definitely really great. And I can also stream it to my friend. My friend loves to watch this game, and I can stream it like I am doing right now. But going and playing physically is also really, really cool. I haven't done that with actual people since I was a kid, probably. All right, so I know that none of these are going to attack. The whole point of these cards is to draw cards, and I doubt he's going to get a card that's going to kill. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use Professor. I'm going to wait till I can get the Charizard, and then I'm going to discard... No. Oh, wait. No, Pokestop, kind of terrible. I'm trying to remember what deck he has. I know he has a Cramorant in there. That's definitely for sure. He probably has a Mew EX. I'm trying to think of what the main card is. He probably has Droopy, whatever it's called. And a Dragapult. He probably has a Dragapult in there, but I'm not 100% sure here. He also may have different psychic type, like something super strange. I don't know. I'm trying to think. He definitely has a psychic type for sure. I'm just trying to think of what it could be. Shit, it might even be. I doubt it, because I don't know if this is the right playstyle. Because this is a Lost deck. He already has 8 cards in the Lost Zone. Oh, I know what he has. It's a Giratina deck. That's what it is. He has a Giratina deck. He's going to put down Giratina. And we're going to see what we can do here. But I was saying that, like, there's a ton of different psychics. So there's the Cramorant. Trying to think. Oh, based. Not based, because I think Lost decks are pretty cheap. Like he won a round. Is that 2 or 3? I don't know. Don't care. I think it's pretty cheap. I think being able to use this without energy, and then also being able to discard like 9 million cards into your Lost Zone and use that attack for free is pretty stupid. Like, I know I have OP cards, but like, you also only get 1 prize card when you kill a Cramorant, so it's not really, like, it's definitely worth it, but like a lot of times it's just not a priority. So it is what it is. I think it's cheap, but he won at the end of the day. So that's one of the things where it's like, that is a meta deck. People will play that deck whenever we play. And this is why you play games 2 out of 3, because sometimes you just insta win. Sometimes you just insta win. Sometimes the game is just not in your favor. Sometimes you get a really shitty hand. Sometimes you get really shitty coin flips, or you just get burned too many times or whatever. The game is just like that. But okay, I am actually going to save those because I have Perrin in my hand. This card is very, very good. Another lost card. Okay. Okay. I think I can effectively use my entire hand. It just has to be done properly. So I believe... No, this is a dark type deck. Or at least it appears that way. Okay, it's probably the same deck. So because this is a lost card, these are both lost cards. Okay, so this is the other one I was thinking of. I was trying to say this earlier and I forgot. So this is a new card from new lineage, evolution lineage from a newer set. That being the Duskull to Dusk Noir, and it's pretty strong. And the worst part about it, I would say, is that not only is it strong, but it's really passive, meaning it doesn't need to be in the active spot to hurt you. It's going to do a lot of damage anyways, but also it's a like traditional last evolution kind of Pokemon. It's not an EX. It's not a rule box Pokemon. So that when you kill it, even though he has 2 of them on there, and this is going to be really annoying, eventually when I kill it, it's only going to be worth 1 prize card. So it's worth killing, but if I put all of my focus and energy on it, it's going to be detrimental to the rest of my game, because it's going to be difficult to actually get it to like not be annoying, basically. Okay, so we're not in a great position here, but we can try something. We're going to do this. Okay, Larry. We got the heads, which is really, really good. So now we're going to grab... yeah, that'll work. No! I'm sorry, that is not what I was supposed to do. That was really dumb. That's okay. That we're gonna again. I gotta stop doing that. I have to grab the right card. Now when I'm IRL and I have the cards in my hand, I'm gonna be like, this is the card I need. I'm not gonna grab some stupid shit. But again, it's very, very easy to fuck up, and that's how you do it. Okay. I needed to grab. Oh, it's painful as fuck. I needed to grab Arceus there. Damn, I really fucked up. I really needed to grab Arceus there. I might not even had it. Maybe that's why I grabbed that card. Okay. Okay. I need to grab Arceus there. That way I can put him down first, and then put Arceus V-Star, and then use my ability. But now I have to wait a whole extra turn to be able to do that. And that's very tragic. This is what this evolution line does. Once during your turn, you may put 5 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you use this ability, this Pokemon is knocked out. Now, although this is very good, it is really not ideal. What I will say is, he could get pretty lucky here, and since he has this, what he could do is he could end up... Okay, so he did the other option. This is smart, but this is the other option that he could have done. So he can do both of these. So there's a good chance. Oh, I do actually get a prize card for that, which is also a downfall of his. Also, that makes more sense. That's why I wasn't in there, and that's why I grabbed that card. So I'm not completely stupid. So So he's either gonna kill Apom, or what he should have done was kill both of these, and then attach an energy to Comfy, or just have a reason to switch out. Like if he had a jet energy, he doesn't have it in here, but if he had a jet energy or just an energy, a jet energy would have switched him in, um, but a what's it called? A regular energy would have been a switch out. Then after these two were dead, he could have used Cramorant to kill Infernape, which he definitely should have done. So I'm gonna say that was not the move, but I don't know. I feel like Infernape is more valuable than the Apom, but I don't know. The Ambipom is definitely really annoying. But I feel like you can get a little further with the Infernape because of the retreat cost. And I have a lot of cards in my hand, so I feel like you should expect that I don't have anything that I can play, but that's wrong. I do have shit I can play, and he's gonna end up regretting not playing correctly. So Apom is actually dead. So that means that with these two cards that we were going to get rid of, we are now going to grab different cards, especially since we did actually get the Arceus. So we're going to put down Arceus. You're going to hit. That makes sense. Luckily, even though he's a water type, he doesn't do any damage based off of weakness, which is very good. That would be very OP. So instead, we're going to add you. And then we're going to add... We're going to put down... you. Yes, we're gonna put down you, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna put these two back into our deck. Can't grab you because that wouldn't be worth it. And then we are going to grab you, and I believe you. Yes. Okay, so boom. Boom. Okay, so we don't want to die here. So we're going to switch into... We don't want Infernape to die, so we're going to switch into you. I think that makes sense. And then... Let's see. So this is also when this card becomes relevant, because this card discards cards from this guy's deck, and because he's a Lost Zone deck, this means that he's going to be rapidly discarding cards from his deck because that is how his deck style runs. So later, this card, although may not be useful at the moment, can be very, very useful later down the road. Cool. Now, we technically probably should have saved that energy. That way we could use this card, but I don't really know if it's fully worth it. I would have rather put the energy on there, have him shuffle my entire hand, right? Get rid of all of these cards and have the energy on there rather than not have the energy on there and then be like, oh, I should have used that for Kindler. That might still bite me in the ass, but I doubt it. No energy in my discard pile, so you're not really useful other than grabbing two cards. And I could use you as well, but that's also not really the move. Okay, cool. So he switched into that. He's not going to die. That's very good. We're going to switch back out into... Okay, even better. So he might kill Infernape. No. So, wait. Okay, yeah, I was like, what? There's no way. So he might kill Infernape here. I would say the smart person kills Infernape. Okay. And then puts a little damage on Charizard. Okay, so he knows he's going to switch out. He knows I'm going to switch out to this. So that's smart. It didn't quite do enough that I am too scared of it. But that's okay. Alright, now we're going to switch. We're going to go here. We're going to attach you. We're going to... Hmm. Definitely interesting. Okay. Um. Now there's an ideal play here, but there's also an optimal play, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Um. I could have waited. Damn. So what I should have done is I should have waited to use this, grab the other stadium card, and then I kind of fucked up there. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? He's got 8. I don't like that. As much as my hand is pretty good, I don't like that he has good cards in his hand. So I'm gonna switch his shit out, and this should help. Okay, I got my Armarouge back, which is definitely good, and I got a Jacques, which is not super helpful, but I guess could be helpful. Okay, now I can finally start adding some energy onto my Pokemon. Very good. Now I get another prize card. And now we slowly start cooking this fucker. What was the other card I grabbed? Did I grab Iono? Is that what I grabbed? Because ideally, I wouldn't have done it this turn, but ideally I would have had Charcadet on there so I can get Armarouge so I can properly use this. But, you know, you give and you take, you live and you learn. Cool. It's going to recycle anyways. I don't even have the Armarouge now. Let's double check what this did. You draw 6, I draw 2. Gotcha. Gotcha. What are you going to kill? So 50. Oh, you're actually going to get it. Very good for you. So what he's going to do here is he's going to attach an energy. Luckily, I do get a prize card for this, so it's not completely terrible. He's going to get an energy onto Comfey. No, actually, 30? No, okay, cool. He's going to get energy onto Comfey. He's going to switch into Sableye. That was not smart. He should have used Cramorant. Oh, that's really tragic. Wait. How much did I have? Oh, it's 12. I'm done. That was done. I was like, should it only do 10 damage? But that makes more sense. Okay. Ow. My question is, how do I win this? Okay, boom. I think that protects you. Now we grab you. Okay, cool. I'm grabbing a basic Pokemon. Now, I know because he can put damage wherever the fuck he wants, I'm not going to grab something stupid. Now, I could grab Charcadet, try to set myself up for something decent. I could grab Charmander and hope to get a Charizard later. Not smart. I'm going to grab Bombirdier. This makes more sense. I think I can do a bit more cooking with this. So now, we're going to add you. By add you, I mean confuse and burn you. And then he gets a heads, of course. Then we're going to wait this next turn. He should be SOL. Now, if he has a boss's orders, we lose. And the reason is because he's going to switch into a Radiant Charizard, and I'm not going to get the energy in time for him to be able to attack me. Now, there's a chance that it doesn't work because he has to retreat instead of risking the confusion hit, but we will see. This is basically like it's at this point where you can tell the game is either already won or it's already lost. So either I win next turn or it goes on for another couple turns and one of us will win. But there's a good chance that I win right here. So there's the switch card. See what I mean? He's at 13 cards now. I have 37. The whole point of his deck is that he goes through his entire deck 2 to 3 times faster than everyone else's decks. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. So my goal is to get myself situated enough to the point where I'm not overwhelmed by how many cards he's drawing. And that's what this card is going to do, Delphox. So even if he retreats into something, it's not going to matter because I'm about to win. Okay, so that's actually the best thing that he could have done there. That's actually way better. Okay, can I get something good here? That didn't matter, did it? Wait. Yeah, it didn't matter. That's a bit unfortunate. So unfortunately, I do lose here. I get the prize card, but I don't get... I win the battle, but I don't win the war because he was able to switch my card. And that's what this card does. That is a spec card, and it just does what it do. Unfortunately, I'm not going to win this one, but I did learn a lot. I got to expect the prime catcher. Something I like to do, especially if I know I'm going to lose and I don't have to pay attention to the game. Ursaluna, very interesting. This is definitely a pretty card. He did not have to do that. Damn, that's actually a really pretty card. What I'll do is I'll take a look at their discard pile and I'll see what they played. I will see what they played to get to the point where not even that they won, but what cards are in their discard pile, because the cards that they actually use are the ones that are really valuable and the ones that I need to expect next time. So if I see someone that plays a ton of like Boss's Orders or whatever, and they're playing a certain kind of deck, that means that the next time I play that deck, I should probably expect that that next person is going to play like that. Now, it's not a guarantee, but it's a good way to analyze meta and how you should counter things that are you're going to face. Now, I don't know if in IRL games you're allowed to look at people's graveyards or discard piles. I mean, I guess if you have permission, you can do that anyways. But like, generally speaking, I don't know if it's full, like, I don't know if it's courteous. But when I can do it now, it's very good because it's not for the individual player. While it is good to know what's in their graveyard and such, it's better that I know how to pre-analyze someone else's deck moving forward, because they probably have a similar deck and I want to make sure that I'm not playing stupid cards when I could have learned from someone prior that had a very similar deck. It's like with the Charizard decks, right? Like 90% of the time I play them, and I really, as like, maybe not an exact statistic, but most of the time I play them, they have rare candies. That is just what they do. I can go to their graveyard and I can see 2, 3 rare candies. That's just their play style. And although I don't agree with it, I have to understand that I have not only like experience in playing the game, but referential knowledge at the end of the game that they were going to play those cards. It can't be a surprise. So you can't be surprised when they pull some dumb shit. Let's see, what do we got here? An ability. Interesting. Okay, that's good.
2 heads, please. Absolutely not. Cool. 2 heads would have been massive. When people get barrels onto their field, it's not a good time. So this is another thing. This card is good, right? But because I can see his cards on his bench and in his active spot, and I can get a rough idea based off of other things, I can see he's a water deck. There's a good chance that he is not actually using a lost deck. So this is also important to know, because at this point it's like, okay, well, okay, don't you see the lost card? Like, shouldn't you expect lost cards? No. Certain cards are just valuable in other decks. And so that's also really good information to have, because you don't want to have an expectation of someone's deck and then be completely wrong halfway in the game, and you're like, oh, I was playing for this strategy, and they don't even have those cards in their deck. So don't get caught up on some dumb shit. Okay, we're gonna hope we get something good here. No. Yeah, we'll do that. That works. Watch this. Retreat. Use our Armor Rouge, because that's what he'd do. Add you. Bada bing. Bada boom skis. Take out the Bidoof. Get 3 energy. And then have those 3 energy be able to be moved around. And that's how you do it. Get a little prize card action going. Charizard V-Star. We'll take it. Now, let's see what he puts in here. He's not going to put Archibald in here because it's going to get insta-killed unless he has the evolution. He's probably going to put... If he has Archibald, he's going to put Chien-Pao in here. But he probably doesn't have it, or maybe he does have it. I don't know. But if he does, he's probably going to put it in. Cool. That means that he probably has it. If he didn't, he probably was going to put this one in because of the ability, but also it's 1 retreat cost, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world. So because he put this in, it's a water type, I'm just going to assume this Pokemon is going to get obliterated, right? He had the Pokemon. Obviously, it's going to get obliterated. That's just how this game works. So he's dead. What am I going to switch to now? So what instead I'm going to do is I am going to switch to... So I'm going to get 1 energy back. That's going to be good. And then I'm going to switch into Delphox. Or I'm going to switch... I'm going to play Infernape into the active position. And then probably switch out to Delphox. Now I have 2 options here. I can either confuse and burn him, or I can go for a straight attack and kill the Bidoof immediately. Now that would be smart, but he's definitely going to kill this. That's the question here. Okay, so definitely switch into Infernape. Let's see what we get in our hand. Maybe we'll get something decent. Okay, cool. So this is what we do instead. What we do instead is we switch into... Okay, wait, what does this one do? It's one of your Pokemon. Okay. So we definitely need to switch his Pokemon. We don't have to worry about Barrel as much. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that out. Oh, wait, I want to see this. No, you can see it. Okay, cool. I'm glad that y'all can actually see that. And then you do have an energy on you. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that you're wasting your time here. So boom. Switch into you. Switch into you, or add your energy onto it. Boom, boom. Now we don't really need to worry about the Bidoof. It is a free kill right now, but we're not really concerned with that. What we are concerned with is making sure that these 2 fuckers
because they're very strong, are going to be obnoxious. Now, I know he can instantly get another one of these back because it's an EX Pokemon, but he's going to have to work a little bit to get this Pokemon back. So I'm going to kill this fucker first because it makes more sense. Although, from a number standpoint, it makes more sense to try to kill both of these, because if I killed both of these, I could then have 4 prize cards taken and only need 1 more. But I want him to be afraid to use Pokemon, so that's why he retreated. I don't want him to have the feeling like, oh, I can ready up an attack. So, although he just did this, I need to make sure that he's not doing some crazy shit. This allows him to attach as many energy as he wants to his Pokemon. This guy needs to go. So, unfortunately, we are going to lose Delphox, which is not good. We're going to switch Infernape back out. And then we are going to hope with the Larry we get something decent here. Okay, let's see how much energy he has. 2. He needs at least 2. He's got 3, so he put 1 on the other Chien-Pao. He's got 4. Not good. He's got a Super Rod, which puts Pokemon back into his deck. Good for him. So he's going to be able to get 2 free attacks here, basically. He's going to kill. He's going to discard these 2 energy, so he can't retreat with this. So now, that's good. Now what we're going to do is, we still have our V-Star, so I can use my hand to plan a little bit better. We still have Infernape, so we can switch out. Now, we get Mela. Interesting. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Okay, that's not bad. So now we do this. Okay, so we should be able to hit this guy. Bada bing. Discard 2 energy. Now he's in 1-shot range. And ideally he can't add energy here. He definitely can if he's got the energy. But we're going to pray here. Never mind. That was stupid. Ow. We probably should have switched. Let me think. So the better play here was to switch to get Larry and to switch into probably like an Arceus, because we would have needed Arceus, or even probably like Arceus and what's it called, like a Charmander or some shit, because we needed to survive there. But the problem with the water deck is that like they just get a billion energy like per turn, and so the annoying part of it is that I am unfortunately weak to water. So not only do they get a million energy just summoned up for basically no reason, obviously you have to get the cards onto the field, but at the end of the day you get a lot of energy really quickly with the water deck. And so because I have a fire deck, I will just more often than not be able to set up fast enough and kill Pokemon fast enough to outpace a water deck in terms of how much damage they can do. Because even a little bit of damage when doubled is a lot of damage really early on in the game. So I definitely take my L's with grace as much as I can. But with water decks, I'm a lot less like hard on myself, because it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do against a water deck? I do have things to go against it. Like I was saying, like I have Arceus because it's a normal type and it resists, or not resists, but it's not weak to water. But you do what you can, and you prepare, but you gotta make sure that you're not beating yourself up too much for shit like that. Okay, 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Okay, so this guy can do a max 180 base, not including any buffs that he gets. Definitely gonna use this. Okay, so although Delphox is really good, this is basically the proper counter to it, and that's being Manaphy. Now, the good thing is that typically people only have one Manaphy in their deck, which I'm very happy about, because you usually only need one of them, but it is very useful. So, I got lucky we got Boss's Orders at the beginning. We are going to ideally find an energy, attach it to Delphox, and then switch out into Manaphy so that we can kill it as soon as possible. But we need our Pokemons. So I'm going to make sure to set up those fuckers first. So boom. We're going to grab... What do we got? What do we got? No, stop it. Alright, go back. We're going to grab... Let me think. We're going to grab you. I think that makes sense. It's probably not the move. I probably should have grabbed Charcadet, but that's okay because we have 2 Larrys here. So let's see what we got. Okay, so there's that one. What we're going to do is we're going to grab... We're going to see what we do have. Okay. So we don't have Charizard V. We don't have... Okay, we do have that Charizard. Let's see. Boss's Orders. No energy. So we're going to grab Arceus right here. We're going to put you down. No energy, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would attack. And we're going to end the turn. Now, we don't want this on the field. This is not good because he can grab any card he wants in terms of basic Pokemon. Obviously, with no Robux. But it is also good for me at the moment. So we're going to keep it. And we can't really do anything about it anyways. But if we could do something about it, I would say we're going to let it, obviously, run one more turn. I'm going to use it at least once. If I get the card I need, the Stadium, I will replace it. But I'm definitely going to use it before I get rid of it. So I'm praying I get 2 cards here. I can use Larry, and I can get Ambipom and Arceus V-Star. And then I definitely need an energy card here. So we're going to see how that works out. So definitely not it. I have way too many cards. Way too many trainer cards that I do not need in my hand. Alright, Larry, please do not screw me over. Very unfortunate. Okay. Okay, I added this here because this gives me a better chance of getting energy. So what I'm going to do next turn is, unfortunately, because this is basically a terrible hand, I'm going to... I want to switch out his Manaphy. Or switch in his Manaphy. That would be ideal here. But because of me having to only play 1 supporter card per turn, only having supporter cards, I have too many options, and I have not enough time to use them, in the sense that, like, there's other things I need to do first, and those are priority. So instead of using Professor's Research and discarding all of them, which would be terrible, and I can't use this because that wouldn't really make sense. I'm not going to use this. That also wouldn't make sense. I have nothing in there. And I want to use this, and I want to use this, but unfortunately that doesn't make sense. So I have to use Iono. Now, I don't want to use this because it's going to give him a fresh hand, and he's probably going to use some cards this turn. Luckily, he didn't. But I don't... Another supporter card? Ludicrous. Okay, I'm going to use this one last time. This helps increase my odds of getting cards that I need. Now, we're going to do this. I don't want to do that, but we have to do that. We'll give him an extra card, give him a little bit of a spicy hand. We'll see if that pays off. But we do get to add the energy finally. So now we're going to do that. And I would grab the Armor Rouge onto the Charcadet, but the other one is actually better. So we are going to not do that. And instead, trying to think for a second. Okay, now we finally have real options. Because we got Jacques and we got two of them, we actually have a really good chance of coming back here. So what we're going to grab, if we can, is Arceus V-Star. Ideally. Literally God himself. The evolution, apparently. And then we'll probably end up grabbing... Aipom. Maybe. I feel like it might be worth it to get Armor Rouge first. Oh, that's a lot of damage, King. If you miss it, if you miss it, you die. If you hit it, you hit fat. This is a 50-50 on him. Either he's gonna fuck up a lot of shit, or he's gonna fuck up a lot of shit. This is really risky. Yikes. Big yikes. Unfortunate for him. Not only do I get a prize card for that, but he discards all of that energy. I don't know if he has cards to put that in his hand or his shit. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. So that's why that card's there. Alrighty. We're going to hit him with this, because get that shit out of here. Then we're going to hit with this. Now we're going to see what we have. Arceus and this. We have the Ambipom, we have Charmeleon, and we have the Charizards. Good. Now, it's actually better to grab the Charmander here, because what we're going to do instead is evolve Charmeleon, and then we're going to evolve these two. What do we have in here? Interesting. Okay. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. This makes a lot of sense. We're gonna retreat here. We're gonna put in we're gonna put you in because I think that makes sense. All right, and then we're gonna attach you here, but then you're gonna die because they're gonna do some fuck shit. So let's not do that. We're gonna attach you there, and then we're gonna wait for you next turn because we don't actually need that ability right now. Actually, we do. Unfortunately. Okay, that works, I guess. All right, so Ambipom. No. We're gonna grab. Okay, we're gonna grab you, and then we're gonna grab a card we actually want. Serena. Okay, card we actually want is Boss's Orders. Perfect. Boom. Perfect.
Discard 2 cards. It's not necessarily the best thing we could have done there, but it's a very valuable thing because we're gonna put this guy in here anyways. Next thing we do is do. If he damages Chiyu, we're gonna have to boss his orders this guy. But if he doesn't damage him, then we're gonna be able to take 2 rounds with this. But we shall see. What do you do? 190. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely gonna get it. Okay, so we're definitely not doing that. Because he's probably gonna add an energy onto you, and then he already did that, and then he can add an energy onto it again, and then add an energy later. So we have to get Manaphy out of here. That's definitely more important. Interesting. Okay, so he doesn't do it. 40, 80. What is he trying to kill? He's trying to kill Apom, I think. Oh, that's not good. 160? He's gonna kill Charmeleon. Oh, he could kill a lot of things. That's not good. So Amarouge would definitely be really fucking annoying to die right now. But honestly, so would Apom and Charmeleon. So let's see who he kills. He's got a lot of good options here. Smart. Definitely smart. Now we don't have to worry about the Jacques as much because it's not as useful. So I'm definitely going to think about this for a second. I'm going to add you. Going to add you here. Yeah, because you would still die to this Pokemon anyways. Okay. Now. Okay. Unfortunately, we do need to kill this fucker. And I don't like that. So we're not going to use that. Instead, we are going to grab... We are going to grab Apom, and we are going to grab... None of these. Yeah. Because then I'm just going to discard it anyways. So, I'm going to grab Ambipom, put that motherfucker on the board. Attach that to my main man Chiyu. Do some damage. And now we hook up the family. Sick. Okay, that's 1+ prize card. There's our Charizard. Very good. So now we can put Charizard down next turn, attach an energy, move it around, get Charizard V, switch his Pokemon. Oh, it's already in. Sick. Okay. So he's probably doing that Protect. Okay, so that's not in anymore. That's a bit unfortunate. So what are we going to grab with this? Does it have to be on the bench? Okay, it does have to be on the bench. Why did he do that?
I feel like he should have put it on Manaphy. I feel like that was not the move. Because I wouldn't get a free kill that turn. I mean, I definitely would have got a free kill. Oh, no, never mind. Because I would have had RCSV star. In fact, that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to retreat Chi-Yu into Arceus. He has more health anyways. One of these whack cards is going to do some whack shit. That's not good. At least I don't have to switch out his Pokemon. Alright, Barber in the air. Charmander. Let's see. I don't need you in. Let's see, 110, 130, or 120. You could definitely be useful, but not really. So we're gonna hold on for you. No, don't. I think Charmander's good, but he's kind of squishy right now. So that's not really ideal. Are you about to kill? You annoying fuck. Does he have the energy? Or he's setting it up. He's waiting. That's what he's doing. Oh, that's why he added it. I'm an idiot. I was like, why did he put that on there? Okay, so this does 240. So, oh, no. Is he going to switch? That's why I don't put Charmander out. Okay, so we're going to have to play this a little precarious, but it should work. Actually, Charmander might be good bait. Don't really need you there, so we're going to attach you. Fortunately, we have to retreat here. And now we're going to do it again. Bada bing, bada boomskis. And now, finally, we can put in some work. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So now, we're just going to assume this guy dies. He's going to need at least 3 more prize cards. Calm down, game. So, we'll plan for that. Now, we need 3 prize cards. He would need to get 2 more damage on his Pokemon for some reason. I don't know how he's gonna do that. Unless he gets another, if he gets another Gardevoir, then he can do it. But I don't think he'll be able to do it. But he does have 2 Kirlia. Oh, that's how he's gonna do it. He's gonna get the Gardevoir. There it is. He's gonna get the Gardevoir with, oh, maybe not. With his Kirlia. I should be guaranteed a double kill right here, but we'll see. I think he gets another Monkey Dory or a Drifloon. Oh, he gets the Manaphy. Fuck. He's a double Manaphy kind of bloke. All right. Not ideal, but that's okay. So what's the goal here? What's the goal here? So if he's oh, interesting. Okay, good for him. I was gonna start planning shit, but I gotta wait. Okay. So I can definitely add energy, but that's not really what I need here. Um. mm, mm, mm. Didn't matter. Okay, this is actually really good. Now I can actually draw cards. Very good. I didn't actually see what he did. What did he do? Oh, unfair stamp. Yeah. Okay, cool. I was like, he made me shuffle my deck again. All right, he actually helped me out there. I don't know if he needed that card. I think he got greedy. To be honest with you, I think he was like, "Fuck you. You need 2 cards, not 3 cards. You need 2 cards." Unfortunately for him, he fucked up. He should not have done that. Not only that, he didn't have nearly enough energy to kill Arceus, which is major bozo energy. So we're going to use this card. We're going to put you in there. We're going to draw 5 cards because he doesn't know what he's doing. And now we're going to question reality. Let's see. What do I do here? Okay, I only need 2 more. Okay. Okay, actually, I was about to get greedy for a second there. I don't need to do all that. I'm going to let you die, but not really at the same time. Let's see how many energy we have in our deck. 3. That sounds perfect to me. Delphox dies for some reason. I'm going to cry. Alright, we need two prize cards. That's all we need. So realistically speaking, there isn't really a reason we should lose here. But you cannot assume. Cannot assume. You gotta stay humble. See who he switches out to. Okay, so that's probably the best move because if he needs to end up switching out, he can switch out to Munkidori. He can switch from Munkidori into something else. Although it will get rid of his dark energy to then start doing damage to my Pokemon, but it doesn't matter because he doesn't have any damage on him anyways. Unfortunately, no Manaphy death. I love killing Manaphy's. They're very satisfying. That caters to my deck, but also fuck Manaphy. More importantly, we should still grab the win here. I don't see a world in which this guy wins. Like, see how pretty this is? When you're playing cards, you can actually play like a full art card. Very satisfying. It's also cooler if you've actually played the game. Like, you can actually kind of like reference it a little bit. But also, I don't know why it does this. Maybe it's like telling me he's looking at my discard pile or some shit. I don't know. But for some reason this glows, and I don't know why it does that. Like, it has an arrow and everything. And it's not like I have a card that I can place from my discard pile onto my deck, into my hand or onto my side of the field. So I don't know why it does that. Let's see, does he kill? He probably kills, but I'm interested. Okay, 20. Oh, he's gonna kill Delphox. He's gonna kill Delphox. 160. Oh, it wouldn't have even killed him. It wouldn't have even killed him. Terrible. Terrible. Alright, now we would switch into Delphox, but that doesn't actually make sense. We're going to switch into Ambipom. And now we're going to add... Are you a V? You're not a V, you're an EX. Okay, otherwise we'd probably win this turn. Okay. Candela. Don't need you. Don't really need you either. So instead, we're just going to do that. And we're honestly just going to go for it. Because I'd rather have these cards in my hand than not in my hand. Plus, I now got both of the Charizard, the Charmeleon, and the Charizard I need without having to play the Larry. So, even better. And I have plenty of cards in my discard pile to do something crazy. Now, I'm going to add you, because there's a good chance I won't need to do anything crazy. And we're going to add one more energy here for good luck, because the game likes to fuck with me. So, we're going to make sure I get at least one. Cool. See? Almost fucked me. Almost fucked me. One more Pokemons down. Uno mas to go. Got our basin back. Let's get this going. Not that it's going to matter, but... what do we got here? This Pokemon isn't even really useful. I can definitely grab energy, but... I mean, he's definitely useful, but... to a point. Let's see, 3 times 3 is 90, 270. So I would need him to have 2 more prize cards down for me to one-shot the Gardevoir. Which doesn't really matter because I have the boss's orders, but I'm going to go for it anyways because I'm a greedy fuck. I like the sick fuck. I like the sick fuck. You get it. So we're going to see what we can do here. Oh, I can actually show you. Oh, I can actually show you. Let's fucking go. Okay, hopefully he doesn't kill here. If he kills, I'm gonna be quite sad, to be honest with you. So let's see what we got. No! No! Fuck. Card I need? Card I need? Damn it. What I was gonna do is I was gonna use Perrin and get the Charizard so that I could double the energy. And I was gonna switch all of the energy from Delphox onto Ambipom. And then proceed to do, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 18, 19 times 60 plus coin flips. My plus, I mean question mark coin flips. Ambiguous coin flips. So we will have to settle for probably no coin flips. Because he's probably going to hit my Ambipom and kill it. So we'll see. But if he does do that, we're going to draw 7 cards. Luckily, I have cards in my deck. Otherwise, would have been an oopsies. But I get a heads because Ambipom is the fucking goat. So, let's see what card we get instead. Hero's Cape. Say less. Oh, he's already got it. He's already got it, and he's already got a thing. No. Okay. Love putting the Hero's Cape on Ambipom. It's just so satisfying. Okay. Now we're going to hit him with one of these. Watch this. Boom. 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 Now, here's the thing. If I fuck up, I can't not have these energy on there. Actually, wait. 3, 4. I can afford it. Okay, I can afford to have at least one not on there, because I would need to be able to die and or switch into Radiant Charizard and do some damage and hit this fucker. So unfortunately we're not going to do as much as we wanted to, but we're going to go ahead and try, especially since Ambipom actually tanked that shot, took no damage. Do what you do, Ambipom. We'll take 6. That's 360 and that's a kill. Just enough. Big swings, huge matches, even bigger dubs for the ranked team. Massive W. We needed that shit. We actually really did. I'm glad Ambipom was able to come in clutch there. He definitely, I can already tell, he definitely could have played his, he definitely could have played his Gardevoir more intelligently. Um, but, and that's what I'm saying is that, like, you have to be able to recognize what the right play is and what they should be doing. Granted, you don't always have access to their cards and knowing what cards they have in their hand. So you do have to give it a little bit of doubt, but in those situations, there are certain things that he should have done. And to be fair, again, that's also because I know what I have in my hand. But because he can use that card to attach energy to his Pokemon, I can confidently say there are better Pokemon or better forms that better like switch outs that he probably could have done, and better Pokemon that he could have powered up. Like him not powering up his Gardevoir and killing my Chiyu was probably not smart. It's kind of hard to remember that far back, but I can pretty confidently say that he did a lot of things that he either didn't need to do or just weren't fruitful in the end. I'm going to play until I win. So ideally one more game, but if not, we'll do 2, maybe 3. If I have to do 3, I'm not doing a 4th one, respectfully. But if I have to play 4 games to win, I'm dog shit anyways. So let's not do that. Also, grass deck. Do we smell a grass deck here? Is that the move? That would be great. It's not that I don't count grass decks as wins, but I also, in the same light as like me losing towards a water deck, I don't take those wins too seriously. Now, some decks are really annoying, and I am proud to win against them. But most of the time, if it's a grass deck, I'm like, I'm a fire deck. Of course, I was gonna win. What did I expect? So you give and you take. Cool. Starting out with Chiyu is usually never a bad option, especially against a grass deck. This could be a really easy early win. Bulbasaur? Is this a Bulbasaur? That is. Oh, not Bulbasaur. Turtwig. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, wait, Bulbasaur is not meta, but Torterra is. This could be a really fast win. Okay, 20 less damage from attacks. Okay, that's not bad. Interesting. Okay, let's see. 30. He needs 5 energy, so 3 on him, which he's gonna get, and 2 on me, which I'm gonna get. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to see what we can do here. Oh, that's not good. Definitely has to have the energy in his hand, but we'll see. Very nice. Discarding 2 boss's orders. Very, very nice. We absolutely love to see it. I don't know why he switched that Grotle in. That's why he switched that Grotle in. Or put that Grotle in, I mean. Very interesting. So, honestly, if I don't get another Pokemon, I have to just discard his energy, which actually could be really profitable, considering how much energy he needs to retreat. So we'll see. Because if I kill next turn, he automatically wins. So basically, I'm gonna have to pray. He might automatically win anyways if he's a switch card, but we will see. There it is. Never mind. Okay, so he's not gonna win this turn. Is it plus? It's never mind. It's plus. It's not a times. So he is gonna win this turn. Unfortunately, this is what I was talking about. Sometimes you just get the cards you need, and that's it. That's all it takes. even though this is a grass deck, this motherfucker got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pokemon onto his bench effectively. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 energy onto his Pokemon. Which I don't know why I just did 180 damage. Doesn't matter anyways. But he got 7 Pokemon and 7 energy, or 6 energy on turn 2. I can't do shit about that. Unfortunately, I don't have any cards on my bench, and that is just how the game works. Sucks to fucking suck. But at the same time, that's crazy. This Pokemon, very OP. Obviously, it's a grass type, so generally speaking, I should win against this. But in this circumstance, where he actually had a billion fucking grass energy, let's see if he had a reason to. Bug catching net. Look at top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal up to 2 unique combination of grass Pokemon and basic energy. So he grabbed energy from his deck. He grabbed the Pokemon I need with the nest balls, and he did what he needed to do. That's it. That's all he needed to do. He only has 2 kinds of Pokemon in his deck that I can see at the moment. That is the Teal Mask, Ogre-Prawn, and then he's got the Torterra evolution line. And that's all he needed. This shit isn't even really that strong. It's just really effective at getting his deck where he needs to get to really fucking quickly. So, unfortunately, that was the first L. You hate to see it, but like you can't be surprised. So we're going to go ahead and skip through this. Continue. I think I lost some rank points for that. I guess I gained some. Maybe I gained some because I lost quickly. I don't know. Maybe they factor that in. Because, like, it is pretty bullshit whenever you lose immediately. But, like, also sucks to suck. Or maybe I gained to 170 and I didn't realize it. Because I did win that previous game. And then I just didn't realize. It just didn't change or whatever. I don't know. Okay. What do we got? Yeah, you make more sense. Okay. So we're going to add these 2 energy. Ideally, I guess. We're not going to discard both of them. I was thinking wrong for a second there. When I can, I'm going to attach Charmeleon. And then I'm going to... Okay, maybe we will discard 2. Attach Charmeleon and then discard these... Or one of the... attach one of the energy, discard another energy, and get more cards in our hand. If we get a Charizard V-Star here, that would be crazy. Now, because this is a Charizard deck, I'm just going to assume next turn, or this turn, if not the next, this guy has a fucking Charizard. So I need to attack with this, and then add energy onto these Pokemon, make sure these are powered up. This is my best attacker at the moment. Let's assume the worst. So I'm going to power up this guy. But we don't know, because I'm going to have to pray to see what we get with this Sabrina card. Now, I haven't seen Pikachu played in a while. I'm going to look at this after he grabs whatever Pokemon he's going to grab from this nest ball. Which is... another Charmander? A Squirtle! Okay, interesting. I haven't actually seen this deck. This is like an Ash-style deck. Search your deck for a basic electric Pokemon and attach it... electric energy, attach it to this Pokemon. So, I don't know if this is useful. This might be a play deck. I'm not sure what he's doing here. This could be really bad for him. Okay. So basically, what my goal is: use Jacques, get Arceus V-Star, get uh, Charizard. Interesting. Yeah, I'll grab Charizard. Oh, interesting. Um, okay, so boom, and then Charizard's definitely worth it. Alrighty. And now we're gonna grab. We're gonna put you on you. And we're going to now grab a. We're gonna grab a Jacques because you actually are more valuable. And then we're going to grab. You aren't in there. Okay, so no Delphox, unfortunately. So instead, we're going to grab. I'll grab the cape. Since we have Apom, then we're gonna get Ambipom. Alright, boom. Boom. Delphox, Delphox. Not a chance, bozo. Time is it? That's not bad. Okay. This game is pretty much already won. I know it was just complaining about people having a billion cards turn 2. But this guy is unfortunately just in a really bad position. Let's see. So you can already see these are the cards. These are the only cards I've already used to get to where I am. I don't remember how I discard the energy. I used this to get more cards. I evolved Pokemon. Once I got those Pokemon, I used the Pokemon to get more Pokemon, get more cards, yada yada. That's how it's done. Thank you very much. If you are watching this, if you're watching this back, whatever. Other than that, this was fun. I'm definitely going to grind this more. I'm trying my darndest to get to Master League, and that's going to take a second, as you can tell, by the end of this 5-week period. And I think it's very doable. I think I can do it. I think I have the skill. I think I have the patience, the tenacity, and the learning ability to change things up and learn from mistakes and, you know, do what I can do to resolve issues that are unresolvable. Other than that, this has been really nice. This has been fun. I'm going to let you all go. Thank you very much for tuning in. This was Drizzle, Road to Masters. I will see y'all again. Peace.